The following is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Radio Network. A tradition of excellence.
Mentally tough, competitive, selfless.
A tradition of winning.
This one hit in the air, line drive. It's off the glove of Kosel into center field. Here comes Hernandez. He is safe. Tigers win. Tigers win.
This is the Powerhouse. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air. Play ball! This is exciting live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
This one's high, this one's deep, and this one is gone.
Brought to you by Albertsons, Coca-Cola, Cox, Hancock Whitney, Louisiana Blue, McDonald's, and by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake.
Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 12-5, Tigers lead the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Head north, young man, you're going to Omaha.
Your home for exclusive live coverage of the Powerhouse. On the road to Omaha, LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Field. Going back is Swain to the wall. It's gone! Second grand slam of the day!
Welcome in to the Hub International On Deck Show, presented by Hub International, Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Visit hubinternational.com, leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball with a trip around the SEC, pitching matchups, batting lineups, and a visit with the top Tiger, head coach Jay Johnson. Here come the Tigers. Now, let's go inside the broadcast booth for the call of the game on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
A beautiful late spring Sunday afternoon greets us on this Mother's Day 2026 as we get ready for the final matchup of this 3-game set between the 5th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs and your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair alongside Mr. LSU Baseball, Bill Franquez, here in the broadcast booth. Our producer today in the chair, Taylor Sharp, back in the Capital One studio, welcoming you to Foley Field here on the campus of the University of Georgia in Athens for today's play-by-play stories. Saturday night saw the Bulldogs capture the 2026 SEC regular season championship with a 13-8 victory over your Tigers to take the series 2-0. LSU has been in must-win mode for a couple of weeks now, and with only 4 regular season games remaining, nothing has changed. In fact, the sense of urgency after losing 2 games so far this weekend has to be ramped up. Last night, this powerful Georgia offense put up 8 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and while LSU tried to chip away, the Bulldogs would go on to keep LSU at arm's distance in capturing the school's 8th conference title. In a somewhat surprising announcement this morning, Tiger skipper Jay Johnson letting us know that sophomore right-hander Kason Evans will get the start today, his first since April 17th, starting the weekend against Texas A&M, after being the Game 1 starter from the very beginning of the year. Georgia announcing they'll go with grad transfer Caden Aoki, the former Notre Dame and Southern Cal transfer, making his 15th appearance on the season, with the majority of those coming out of the bullpen. The right-hander making its 4th start of the year and his third in SEC play. So find mom's favorite chair, grab her a glass of her favorite beverage, and join us for Fighting Tiger Baseball on her big day. Trying to avoid their fourth conference sweep of the year on the road, it's Game 3 in the Classic City. It's Georgia, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Nancy Landry. Louisiana's elections are an important part of who we are. In 2026, closed party primaries will change how some of those elections happen, so you'll want to know what to do. Keeping your registration current ensures you'll get the right party-based ballot. Remember, this change only applies to certain offices. To learn more, visit govote.com or download the GoVote app. Know before you go.
Hey Tiger fans, get ready to swing for the fences because the 2025 baseball season is upon us, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the home run celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to LSU baseball games or to any other live event in Baton Rouge, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics. The most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back on the Hub International On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers. Presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here in Athens, Georgia, it's Game 3 between LSU and Georgia here at Foley Field. We're here now with LSU outfielder Chris Stanfield. Chris returning to action yesterday in the game and, of course, got on base twice with a walk and then a big 3-run home run. Chris, I know you're excited to be back on the field after 2 weeks out with the hamstring. Just talk about how you've been feeling and what it felt like to get back out there again.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it definitely felt great to get back out there and compete, coming off the bench. I just wanted to find a way to get on base and be a spark for us however I could. So very thankful for the results of those 2 ABs. But, yeah, it just felt great to be back out there. The hamstring is getting there, but definitely glad, that I could contribute.
Absolutely. And, of course, Tigers near the end of the season obviously need some wins at this point of the year. Just your thoughts on the way the team has responded to adversity all year and another opportunity here today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we definitely got to play our best game today and back to the wall. But, as a team, we've kind of been here before. So I feel like, we're definitely confident, definitely sticking together as one, even though it's been tough. And, we believe in each other. So we're going to go lay it all out there today and see what happens.
And today, another guy who's been out for a little while, Kason Evans, is back. He's going to start the game. Just your thoughts on Kason returning and what he brings to you guys.
Yeah, he's the man, playing with him for 2 years. He's always been a big game pitcher, someone I'm definitely confident with the ball in his hands on the mound, and I know the team feels the same way, so I'm excited to see what he'll do today. I know he's excited to be back out there, and it'll be fun to watch.
And finally, Chris, this week you were named one of the finalists for the Tony Gwynn Award. Of course, you won the Community Service Award last year. Congratulations on being named a finalist, and I know that means a lot to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. That's an honor. Thank you to the committee for putting me on it again, and congratulations to all the 9 finalists, and I can't wait to see who comes out with it in 26.
All right, man. Thanks so much, Chris. So looking forward to seeing you back out there again.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Bill. Have a good one.
Chris Stanfield with us. Tigers getting set to face Georgia. A lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Leading you up to first pitch, this is the Hub International On Deck Show. Time now to take a trip around the Southeastern Conference. Presented by Visit Baton Rouge, Louisiana's capital city.
Absolutely picture-perfect day here in Athens, Georgia, after cloudy skies since arriving here in the Classic City. First day we've seen a lot of a blue sky and sunshine. Get your full game day weather report coming up in just a bit. Fans have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Let's take a trip around the SEC with that once again to my right here in the broadcast booth, Mr. LSU Baseball himself, Bill Franquez. Bill?
Thank you very much, Chris. Get you up to date. First of all, what happened in yesterday's action around the league. Vanderbilt evened its series in Missouri with an 11-8 victory over the Tigers. That game lasted 11 innings, but Vandy evens the series in Columbia at 1 game apiece. Alabama won its second straight game over South Carolina yesterday by a final score of 9-6. Arkansas defeated Oklahoma 12-8. The Razorbacks winning the first 2 games of that series in Fayetteville. Yesterday in Starkville in Game 3 of the series between Auburn and Mississippi State. Auburn overwhelms Mississippi State by a final score of 13-2. So that series is complete and Auburn wins 2 out of 3. Kentucky and Florida playing in Gainesville this weekend. Kentucky evened the series yesterday with a 4-2 victory over the Gators. Ole Miss and Texas A&M completed their series yesterday with a doubleheader. Texas A&M won the first game 18-5 to even the overall series at a game apiece, but Ole Miss came back and got a 6-5 victory in Game 2 of the doubleheader. So Ole Miss wins that series over Texas A&M 2-1. In Knoxville, Tennessee with a 14-9 victory over Texas. The Volunteers have won the first 2 games of that series. And we can tell you now what's happening in SEC play at the moment. Already there's one final. They started early in Gainesville today with Game 3 of the Kentucky-Florida series, and the Gators get a 9-6 victory over the Wildcats. So Florida wins that series 2-1. Games in progress right now in Knoxville, Texas trying to salvage Game 3. Longhorns lead Tennessee 12-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Top of the 5th in Columbia, Alabama looking for a sweep, leads South Carolina 3-0. Top of the 2nd in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri leads Vanderbilt 3-1. The winner of that game wins the series. And in Fayetteville, they're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Oklahoma leads Arkansas 4-0. Oklahoma looking to salvage Game 3 there in Fayetteville. Quick look at the SEC standings. As of right now, Georgia already has clinched the SEC regular season title. The Bulldogs are 20-6 on the year. Texas A&M is 16-10. Texas is 15-10. Auburn is 16-11. Arkansas is 15-11, as is Alabama. Mississippi State is 15-12. Florida with its win today now also 15-12. Ole Miss is 14-13. Tennessee 13-13. Oklahoma is 12-14. Kentucky now 12-15 with its loss to Florida. Vanderbilt is 11-15. LSU at 9-17. South Carolina at 7-19. And Missouri at 5-21. Chris, that's the way we shape up heading into day 3 of the weekend.
All righty. Thank you, Bill. This LSU baseball moment brought to you by ES&H, keeping South Louisiana safe, compliant, and strong with expert environmental and safety solutions. Again, a beautiful day out here at the ballpark. LSU stretching, warming up down in right field. Georgia already finished up, meeting and huddled up down the left field line. Coming up, we'll take a look at the starting pitchers, which was a mystery for both Georgia and LSU until earlier today. Bill will break down that matchup when we continue on the Hub International On Deck Show after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air conditioning system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Train is a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Visit trainsouth.com today to find a Train dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train, but it's easy to afford one. Ask for details.
On Alabama's beaches, the coastal code isn't written on signs. It's written in the moments you make. It says, drop your flip-flops on the boardwalk and run. Seashells are the party favors of the Gulf, and all dance floors extend to the shoreline. Ready for a place where play leads the way? You'll get it when you get here. It starts with rule number 1. Start planning at alabama'sbeaches.com.
My wife, she loves the fried okra. She's from Mississippi, so that's her favorite thing to do. I guess I was just too late. The flame ignited right there in my face. The pain was, it was bad. That's how I got 2nd, 3rd degree burns. Blue Cross treated me great with the recovery process. In the end, everything worked out. I'm Chad, I'm from Baton Rouge, and I had Blue Cross for 10 years. I don't eat fried okra, that's the funniest story.
Here is a look at the game's pitching matchups as the Hub International On Deck show continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here in Athens, a reminder, fans, all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts stream for free. That's football, men and women's basketball, softball, and yes, baseball. You can get it on the LSU Sports mobile app. You can download the app for free on iOS or Android. The LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. We create chemistry. Well, a mystery until this morning. Starting pitchers for Game 3 for both Georgia and LSU. To tell us all about it and to break down the matchup, here once again is Bill Franquez. Bill?
Thank you, Chris. Georgia's starting right-hander Caden Aoki. He's a grad transfer. Began his career at Notre Dame, then went to USC and transferred from Southern California here to Georgia. He's a native of Huntington Beach, California. And though he has not been a regular weekend starter, he may be Georgia's best pitcher. His record is 7-0, 3.33 ERA. This will only be his 5th start of the year, but his 15th appearance overall. He's kind of Georgia's version of Zach Cowan. He can both start and relieve. He's a guy they use in high leverage situations. Since they didn't need him in the first 2 games, he's able to start today's game. So Aoki certainly will present a challenge to the Tigers. He's worked 54 innings this season, given up just 48 hits and 20 earned runs, 19 walks, and 71 strikeouts. Opponent batting average of only .236. Now he has allowed 8 home runs on the year. Quick look at the scouting report on Aoki. He's a guy who presents a lot of deception, a lot of off-speed pitches. Again, kind of similar to Zach Cowan in his repertoire, with a fastball at 87 to 90 miles an hour, 2-seam fastball that sinks at 87 to 90. Then he also throws a changeup at 83 to 86, along with a slider and a curveball. So he's a guy who's really excelled this year for Georgia in a number of roles, and he'll get the start today against LSU. Meanwhile, a bit of a surprise this morning when we found out that Kason Evans will start the game today for LSU. Kason, of course, has not pitched since middle April when he started the game against Texas A&M. He was slated to start the next weekend against Mississippi State in Starkville in Game 1, but he was scratched right before the game due to some arm soreness. Of course, he's been checked out very carefully by doctors. They have not found anything structurally wrong with Kason's arm, so he has been cleared to pitch, and this will be his first appearance in 3 weeks. And a big opportunity, of course, for Kason. On the year, he has a record of 2-2 on the season with a 5.47 ERA. This will be his 11th appearance and 11th start. 52 2/3 innings. Kason's given up 44 hits, 32 earned runs, 26 walks. The walks have been an issue for him so far this season. He does have 76 strikeouts and allowing just a .220 opponent batting average. When Kason is at his best, like he was against Oklahoma back in March, he can be dominating. And hopefully LSU can get at least a few innings out of him. Don't expect him to go very long in this game, of course, because he hasn't pitched in 3 weeks. But when he's at his best, he can be extremely effective. Fastball at 93 to 97. That changeup, which really has been his signature pitch since he was a freshman last year, at 82 to 85. Also throws a slider and a curveball. So it'll be very interesting to see, Chris, how Kason is able to respond, called upon in a very challenging situation, facing the best offensive team in the nation.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Bill. Caden Aoki, the senior right-hander for the Dogs, and sophomore righty Kason Evans for your Tigers. LSU Athletics would like to thank its corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Coming up next, we visit with the Tiger skipper, Jay Johnson. That's on the way on the Hub International On Deck show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Chef Kevin Belton for People's Health. If you have diabetes, heart failure, or cardiovascular disorder, and you have Medicare, ask about a People's Health Chronic Condition Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare plan designed to help with the unique needs that go along with these chronic conditions. Call People's Health today. Your benefits could start as early as next month.
Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
At Toyota, we don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
When you shop Albertsons online or in our app, you can count on us to have freshly picked high-quality ingredients ready for pickup or delivery in as little as 30 minutes. Plus, save $30 off your first online order and let Albertsons take the hassle out of shopping while racking up the savings. With free pickup or delivery, you will always get the same great prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop online at Albertsons.com or in the app. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Before the Fighting Tigers take to the field, time to visit with the top Tiger, LSU skipper Jay Johnson. Presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank and credit card of LSU Athletics. On the Hub International On Deck show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, I got to believe disappointing night for the Tigers after last night's tough loss to the Georgia Bulldogs, but I'm sure you would agree. You kind of told the guys you give up a big inning like that against this team on their home field, it's going to make things awfully tough.
Yeah, man, they're very tough to slow down, and in spite of that, you know, had we gotten a couple better performances out of the bullpen, we would have been in the game still at the end of it, but they just put a lot of pressure on you. I think they walked 13 times. Obviously, can hit the ball over the fence. Just started to collect 3 outs. You know, one of the better offensive teams that I've seen, you know, in my 5 years at LSU in the league. And, yeah, we're the SEC champion for sure.
What kind of was the message or last thing before the guys had their head hit the pillow you wanted them to know coming into this game? Because it's an opportunity to pick up a quality win on the road.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten over the hump on this type of game or that type of game last night against this caliber of team, and so kind of get one that we can hang our hat on a little bit. You know, really just kind of big picture too. It's just like, you know, this has to really matter to you, not to suggest that it doesn't to our players, but to get ourselves over the hump. You got to be willing to do things that you haven't done to get things that you don't have, which is wins in these close games. And not that they're not trying, but I don't want them to try. I want them to compete. There's been some good positives even here in 2 games. Offenses continue to play well, continue to score runs. You know, we got 2 of our best pitchers going today, and excited to get Kaysen back out there and get Zach in the ball game. So that gives us our best chance of a win in this series is probably today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Certainly the excitement finding out today that Kaysen Evans not only is going to be on the mound for the Tigers, but that he's good to go, as you've told us now for about 2 weeks. He's too valuable if he's not ready. So obviously the good news is he's ready.
Yeah, no doubt. We feel good about it. His bullpen was very good this week, and it was more about just making sure he recovered good from that. arm is fresh. We probably are not in that full tilt 90 pitch mode because he hasn't pitched in 3 weeks, but I think we can get a good 60 quality pitches out of him, and I like how Zach matches up with these guys. So if he just does a good job and keeps us in the game, they've used their better relievers, in my opinion, to be 2-0 in this series. And so, like I said, if there's a great chance for us to win the game today, I think we have it today.
Lastly, Aoki, a guy who does a lot of things for them. He's going to get the start for Georgia today. Kind of what's the scouting report on what you'll see?
Yeah, it's a lot like Zach, just in terms of it's not a huge fastball, but he can really pitch. He does an exceptional job of getting the hitter to go to the bottom of the zone and chasing that. We can't do it. We got to get him up and over the plate. And it's not a lot of fastball. It's just a lot of pitchability. So you really got to back the ball up, stay in the middle of the field, and really just not let him win at the bottom of the zone.
Coach, important game today. Best of luck. Get after him.
Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. The Hub International On Deck Show. We'll close it up coming up, get to the starting lineup, and lead you up to first pitch. Game 3. Tigers looking to salvage a win here in Athens against the Bulldogs when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Wrapping up the Hub International On Deck Show. We are just moments away from first pitch. Time now for the game's starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Build a better workday when you partner with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com.
Cintas starting lineup for Game 3. First for the home-standing Georgia Bulldogs, who captured their 8th SEC regular season championship last night with a 13-8 win. They're now 40-11 on the season, 20-6 in SEC play. Pretty much same players, a couple of different positions. We'll get to that starting lineup, but first we have the playing of our national anthem. Foley Field organist there with the national anthem. Let's take a look at the Georgia starting lineup again. As we said, Trey Phelps will be atop the order, but he'll go from second base to third base defensively today. It'll be Daniel Jackson who will be the designated hitter after catching for the first 2 games of this series. He'll bat second in the order. Michael O'Shaughnessy will move from third to first base defensively, bat third in the order. Ryan Lujo will be in center field once again. He will bat cleanup for the Dogs. Kenny Ishikawa will be in left field batting fifth. The right fielder will be Jordy Oriach, who's been the DH the first 2 games. He'll bat sixth in the order. Brennan Hudson at catcher. Played first base the first 2 games of the weekend. He'll bat seventh. Colby Branch at shortstop batting eighth, and Ryan Black will round out the order playing second base today and batting ninth. Now for your Tigers of LSU, 29-23. Their overall record 9-17 in SEC play. Mason Braun atop the order in right field. Omar Cerna Jr. will be the DH batting second. Derek Curiel will bat third, play center field. Kate Arambidi once again behind the plate catching will bat cleanup. Stephen Milam, the shortstop, batting fifth. Seth Dardar at first base batting sixth. John Pearson at third base batting seventh. Jack Ruckert at second base batting eighth. And Tanner Reeves rounds out the lineup. He'll bat ninth in the order and play left field. That's the Cintas starting lineup. That means first pitch, game 3, Georgia and LSU. Coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Hancock Whitney, we don't leave things to chance, including the Tigers season. That's why we ran thousands of our LSU Visa debit cards through every game day ritual around the Gulf South. Get your LSU Visa debit card and some good game day luck for the Tigers this year. Learn more at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Gotta carry that purple and gold. Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
It's not easy to be a champion.
It's built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU Baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
My name is Trina. I'm from New Orleans, and I've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for almost a year. Last year, it was right after my husband and I got married. I was diagnosed with a heart condition. When I received the diagnosis, I was terrified. And it was just so reassuring to know that I was covered.
Taylor, if you could just not run the intro and bring it to us after this break,
security
please.
like none other.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can do that.
Empowering. It's very empowering.
All right, here we go.
Welcome in, Tiger fans. Foley Field, Athens, Georgia. University of Georgia campus. Game 3, LSU and the Georgia Bulldogs. Mason Braun will lead it off for the Tigers to get it started here in the top of the first inning. Face Caden Aoki. And before we can get underway, looks to be a pitch-com issue with Aoki, so they'll get him a new headset so he can get the calls from Wes Johnson and the staff. While we have a moment, we can pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball.
3, 2, 1.
Along with Bill Franquez, I'm Chris Blair here in the broadcast booth. Taylor Sharp on controls in the chair back in the Capital One studio. And looks like we're ready to go as Aoki up on the bump. Braun at the plate, and the first pitch to the left-hander is a called strike, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 3:03 Eastern Time, 2:03 back there in the wonderful Central Time Zone. Braun, pretty good weekend finding his way aboard as he's done all season long. On base percentage now up to .481. Here's the 0-1 delivery, low and inside with a breaking ball from Aoki, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mason's second leading hitter on the weekend, .375 so far, 3 for 8 with a run scored. He's had the ability to get aboard early. Here's the 1-1. Lifted in the air down the line in left. Ishikawa coming over, and he'll reach up, make the play, and Braun retired, 1 away to start the top of the first inning. Taking a look at today's recipe for success, brought to you by BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, official catering service of LSU Athletics. Bill, I don't think it's a huge mystery. Even Coach Johnson alluded to it last night. He even mentioned it to me prior to the game today, and that is the offense has done their job this weekend. It's going to be up to the pitching staff. Tall order, by the way, but got to eliminate the free passes. Again, the Bulldogs, 7 home runs on the weekend. It's something they do. They lead the nation, but again, you can live with the solo home runs, and if they hit 7 of those in today's game, then so be it. But they've had a grand slam, couple of 2-run and 3-run varieties so far this weekend. As Cerna stands in, first pitch missing, 1-0. Aoki delivers to the right-hander, and Cerna will pop this up to center field. Ryan Lujo going back now a few steps in, and he'll have it for the second out of the inning.
Well, I know it's been especially frustrating for Coach Johnson is that LSU has scored exactly 8 runs in 5 consecutive SEC road games and lost all 5 games. So he feels like the offense certainly has done its part, averaging 8 runs a game in the last 5 SEC road contests. But unfortunately, the Tigers have had issues in once establishing leads in holding those leads.
So with 2 gone and nobody on, it'll be Derek Curiel coming to the plate. Derek this weekend leading the Tigers, batting .571 here in Athens. First pitch, ground ball, backhand pick at first by O'Shaughnessy. Working the other corner today, and he'll step on the bag for the ground out 3 unassisted. Tigers go quickly, 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Georgia coming to the plate, no score here in Athens. Bottom of the first coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Baton Rouge, locals don't just love their home, they love sharing it. Discover a city where culture is abundant, hospitality comes naturally, and the best spots are never kept secret. With the vibrancy of a big city and the ease of a weekend getaway, Baton Rouge invites you to slow down, savor, or soak it all in. Find your pace at visitbatonrouge.com.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pregame to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Live action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Top of the, or rather bottom of the first inning. LSU goes quickly in the top of the first, 1-2-3. Now Kason Evans on the mound. First time since April 17th for the Tigers' Game 1 starter all season. To get the Tigers off to a good start on the mound here today. Time now for the team colors presented by Kubota. For Earth, for Life. Georgia going with white unis today. Red and black name and numerals. They go with the Georgia black baseball caps today. The Tigers in their Sunday gold, white pants, purple piping. Tigers across the chest and traditional LSU purple lids. Trey Phelps will lead it off for the Bulldogs, and he has been a very good leadoff man this weekend. First pitch from Evans inside, missing with a fastball at 95, and it's 1-0. Phelps batting .333 against the Tigers, 3 for 9, 4 runs scored. Also has been responsible for 5 runs batted in. That pitch also fastball inside, spins Phelps out of the way, and it's 2 balls, no strikes.
He was the hero of the game back on Friday night. 3-run homer in the 7th inning. Broke an 8-8 tie.
Fastball from Evans again. So 3 straight heaters, but That time a little up and inside. Now 3-0 to the leadoff hitter, Trey Phelps. Take is on. Phelps takes the pitch. Fastball at 96 for a strike. It's now 3-1. Phelps going to swing, put this one out to center field, but right at Curiel, who grabs it for out number 1. So Phelps retired. Let's get your game day weather report brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never. Get a whole home generate from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. Bill, we've been lucky this weekend. Knew there'd be a little bit of rain, but it missed all of the windows for the game, and it brings us here on Sunday with the most beautiful day of the weekend. 81 degrees, hottest day of the weekend as well. And I see 1 cloud, 2 clouds, maybe 3 in the sky. It is nothing but sunshine. It'll stay that way the rest of the day. Daniel Jackson stands in. Only been retired twice this weekend by the Tigers. There's a strike to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. No surprise that Jackson leads this Georgia team, batting .667 on the weekend. There's a swing and a miss. Evans with the off-speed pitch gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It is an absolutely gorgeous day here, and one thing that is similar to the first 2 days, no wind at all again.
This 1-2 pitch, fastball up there at 97, just missed outside. Now 2-2 the count to Jackson. And as we said, it's been very busy. He's scored 4 runs, 3 RBI on the weekend, but he'll swing and miss there, and Kason Evans with the strikeout. Just the 3rd time over the weekend that Jackson's had to turn and head back to the dugout. So a big strikeout for Evans, his first of the day, and quickly 2 gone for the Dogs here in the bottom of the 1st.
Big strikeout there for Case, and Jackson had been on base 9 times in this series, 4 hits and 5 walks, but Evans able to strike him out.
Now we'll see O'Shaughnessy in the first pitch. He ropes down the line, but it will twist foul in right. And it's a 0-1 count to start off O'Shaughnessy, who played the first 2 games at 3rd base. Getting the start today at first. Batting .333, 3 for 9 on the weekend. Couple of home runs. In fact, had 2 yesterday. A grand slam in the 2nd. Came back for another later in the contest. Here's the 0-1 from Evans. Spinner in for a strike, and he gets ahead 0-2.
O'Shaughnessy's got 6 RBI in this series, 17 home runs on the year, including those 2 yesterday.
Here's the 0-2 from Evans. Fastball up and in. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rucker deep at second base, 20 feet into right field against the left-handed hitters. This off-speed pitch missing. Evens a count now to O'Shaughnessy, 2-2. Pearson straight up at third. Milam a little shaded towards second base. Again, Rucker way out there in shallow right field. With Dardar pretty much hugging the line at first. There's a swing and a miss. The breaking ball tailed away from the left-handed hitter O'Shaughnessy, and Kason Evans with a couple of strikeouts. Off to a great start. He'll retire the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 1st in order. Scoreless after 1 inning of action. Top of the 2nd coming up, and the Tigers coming to the plate. Meat of the order presented by 44 Farms. Aaron Beatty, Milam, and Dardar when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Louisiana runs on hard work, on the field and on the job. ES&H's mission is to continue to be a high-performance company that quickly, safely, and effectively responds to our customers' emergency needs. ES&H provides excellent service with quality and integrity that keeps our state ready for the next inning. ES&H, your partner for a safer, cleaner South Louisiana.
It's not easy to be a champion.
It's built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU Baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit ololrmc.com/LSU.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Cade Arrambide to lead it off for the Tigers. Top of the second inning, no score here between Georgia and LSU. And the first pitch called strike at the letters, offered up by Aoki, and it's 0-1. Cade Arrambide, second leading Tiger on the season, batting .329. So far, batting .250 here in Athens. The 0-1. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. The count to Arrambide. Cade 2 for 8. A couple of runs scored, a double, and a home run here at Foley Field. A home run over the left center field wall on Friday night. The 0-2. Missing away. That was an excellent 0-2 pitch, but a better take by Arrambide. That had a late dart outside to the right-hander. Cade willing to let it go. Still behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caden Aoki rocks, starts the wind, the 1-2. Again, late break, misses outside, and Arrambide gave it a very long look, let it travel, but good job again to let it break late. Even to count 2-2.
Aoki threw only 6 pitches in the first inning. Tigers need to make him work a little bit harder in this inning.
The 2-2 delivery. Fouled out of play right side off the bat of Arrambide. Keeps the count even. If you're a coach or a CEO and you lead people towards success, you should check out legendary coach Skip Bertman's book, Everything Matters in Baseball. Just visit skipbertman.net right now. Learn ways you can help lead your team to victory. No score, top of the second. Arrambide leading it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The sophomore catcher for the Tigers. Aoki down to 2 on the pitch clock. Starts the rock. There's a clear 0, and they'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And the pitch missing outside. Another good take by Arrambide. It's now 3-2. So Cade doing his part at least to make Aoki labor a little bit. He's matched his first inning pitch totals with this at bat to Arrambide. This will be the 13th pitch for Aoki. A payoff delivery to the plate. Off speed, and Arrambide just got a piece to stay alive, and will keep it full.
As we know, Cade's been swinging a hot bat lately. Just in the last 10 games, he's hitting .381 for LSU. He's got 5 doubles and 18 RBI in that 10-game span. 5 homers, 2 doubles, and 18 RBI.
Aoki again taking his time. Looks in, comes set, starts the rock. Now the 3-2 again, and a swing and a miss. That time the slider able to get Arrambide 1 down. Aoki with the strikeout. That'll be his first of the afternoon. And we'll see Stephen Milam coming to the plate. And that average at 287. His reach base streak extended, but hit streak last night coming to an end. But Milam certainly looking to get that average up before the end of the regular season to 300.
His hit streak ended at 17 games.
First delivery at the knees for a strike from Aoki, and it's 0-1.
The on-base streak still current. He's reached base safely now in 29 straight games.
Aoki's 0-1 delivery. Fouled into the turf and bounces its way to the backstop off the bat of Milam. Now 0-2.
Milam has 14 runs batted in the Tigers' last 10 games. That includes 2 doubles and a home run as well in that 10-game span.
Milam now Two-strike approach, the 0-2 from Aoki, and it's lifted to right field. Coming in was Oriach, but now having to go back several steps almost to the track to make the play for the second out of the inning. So Milam got a good strike on the baseball, but Oriach able to make the play, and now with 2 gone, we'll see Seth Dardar. Dardar again looking to get back to 100% after a tough ankle injury sliding into second base several weeks ago against Bethune-Cookman. Again, tried to go in the first 2 games on the road in Oxford before really just having to shut it down. But in the lineup this weekend, getting the start once again today at first base. First delivery from Aoki, misses outside with a breaking ball, 1-0.
Seth has been gradually getting back into a rhythm at the plate. He does have 5 hits in his last 4 games, including 2 doubles.
Aoki's 1-0 delivery. Breaking ball inside. Ball 2, 2-0.
First time that Aoki's been behind an account 2-0. He is in most cases around the zone with his pitches.
2 balls, no strikes, nobody on for the Tigers, no score, and 2 outs, top of the second. Aoki with the pitch to the plate. Breaking ball will miss. Now 3-0 to Dardar. It's been interesting, Bill. 11 home runs hit between these 2 teams on the weekend, and I only remember 1 going right field way, and that was Oriach.
Yeah, you're exactly
top
right.
of the scoreboard, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a short porch out there and right at 314, but this pitch outside and high will put Dardar aboard. So Aoki gives up his first base on balls of the day. With 2 outs, the inning extended. Now we'll see John Pearson.
First base runner of this game. First base runner allowed by either pitcher here this afternoon. Tigers with an opportunity now with John Pearson, who has already homered once in this series.
John went left center early in Friday's game. 8th home run of the year. 2 outs and a runner at first for the Tigers. Aoki's pitch to the right-handed Pearson. Popped up behind the plate. Coming back is going to be Hudson, but it's out of his reach behind the screen. Drops down in the front row behind the plate. And it's 0-1 to John Pearson.
Pearson with that home run back on Friday. He has 2 hits in the series. He's 2 for 9 with the home run and the 1 run batted in. He's also scored twice this weekend.
0-1 the count after the foul off the bat of Pearson. Aoki's 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball outside. Pearson just couldn't stay away. Again, it's got a late break, Bill. It's getting all the way. It's got a wide circle, obviously, with turf around home plate. And it's inside the turf before it darts outward to the right-handers. Inward, obviously, to the left-handers. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Pearson down on one knee, chasing that breaking ball. And the Tigers are done here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hit. They do leave 1 man on. We played an inning and a half. No score here in Athens. Georgia coming to the plate. Bulldogs will have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Lujo, Ishikawa, and Oriach when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Every Tiger knows it's not just about where you are, it's about how you play the game. At LSU Online, we bring that same grit and greatness to your education. Whether you're watching from Baton Rouge or beyond, you can earn your degree on your time from anywhere. Flexible, online, built for Tiger Nation. Visit online.lsu.edu and win where you are. Champions make plays on the field and in life. With LSU Online, you can keep your career moving, earn your degree, and still run your own game plan. Learn anytime from anywhere and take the next step toward your goal line. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Bottom of the second inning. Georgia coming to the plate. No score so far here in Game 3 between the Bulldogs and Tigers. Rylan Lujo, the center fielder, will lead it off for the Dogs. Kason Evans, so far very good performance in his return as the first pitch, a breaking ball, gets away from Aaron Beatty, and it's 1-0 to Lujo for the Bulldogs. The center fielder batting .333 on the weekend. 3 for 9 with a run scored, 1 RBI. The 1-0 from Evans, and a swing and a miss with a breaking ball brings Lujo over the plate into the left-handed batter's box. It's 1-1.
Kaysen was very sharp in that first inning. He needed just 15 pitches to retire the Bulldogs in order. In fact, it was the first time this weekend that LSU pitching has had a 1-2-3 inning.
1-1 fastball in there for a strike. Jumps ahead of Lujo, 1-2. Fastball electric early on here for Evans. 1-2, going to be slapped to left field, having to pull up as Reeves takes it on the high bounce, and Lujo for the leadoff single, and Georgia has their first base runner of the game.
It was hit exactly where Reeves didn't feel comfortable trying to make a play on it. If it's hit a little bit harder, it's right at Tanner, but he had to hold up instead of risking it get by him.
Kenny Ishikawa batting .365 on the season. First delivery at the knees for a strike with that fastball, and it's 0-1. Evans gets ahead early. Ishikawa batting .429 against the Tigers. 3 of 7, 3 runs scored, and RBI. Runner at first, nobody out. Evans pitched to the plate. Ground ball. They had Ruckert shaded towards second. Right through the 4-hole it goes into right field. So back-to-back singles now for the Bulldogs. And with nobody out, they've got runners first and second. This is what they do, Bill. They make contact, and they make solid contact.
They really do. We've talked about it all weekend, how well they control the strike zone. They, in most cases, don't swing at pitches out of the zone. And they make the pitcher throw a pitch that is favorable to the hitters, and when they see that pitch, they take advantage of it.
So now with Lujo in scoring position at second, Ishikawa at first with good speed. It'll be Jordy Oriach, the DH in the first 2 games, playing right field this afternoon for Coach Johnson. First pitch from Evans, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Starts him off with a breaking pitch. Evans checks both runners. Now the 0-1. Missing outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Remember, together we roar. You can learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jordy Oriach. Runners first and second. Here's the 1-1 from Evans. Off speed but outside. Now 2-1.
Kayson's pitching for the first time since April 17th back at Baton Rouge against Texas A&M. Through 5 innings in that game, 103 pitches. LSU hoping to get at least 60 pitches out of him today.
2-1 pitch to Oriach. Again, missing outside. Now 3-1. Oriach 2 for 9 at the plate, but his 2 have been very loud. A lot of power in the bat for Oriach as this pitch up and in for ball 4. So now, much like what Georgia has done both Friday and certainly yesterday, they get the bases loaded, nobody out. Tough spot now for Kason Evans. So face Brennan Hudson getting the start today behind the plate, catching for the Bulldogs. And Hudson this weekend 0 for one of the few Bulldogs without a hit. He's 0 for 7 with a couple of runs scored. He has been aboard 4 times by way of walk. So now Evans got to work himself out of a sheer jam here in the bottom of the second. First pitch missing, ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery, fastball, ground ball to Milam. Backhand scoop, long throw to first, and he'll get him in time. Hudson out at first, but coming in to score is Lujo, and Georgia takes an early lead, 1-0. So Hudson picks up the RBI, his 40th of the season. Runners advance to second and third, and getting that one hit to where Milam couldn't turn 2. He had to go a long way, Bill, and made it look easy, but Ruckert wasn't there at second base, so he had to opt for the 6-3 ground out to give up the run.
Yeah, Ruckert was shaded way over toward first base, and Jack couldn't get there in time for a chance at a double play. But nice job by Steven to get the 1 out.
Colby Branch will swing and miss at a changeup from Evans, and it's 0-1. Branch down at the bottom of the order all 3 games, but don't let that fool you. He's 5 for 8 at the plate with a home run, 4 runs scored, 2 RBI on the weekend. 309 average on the years. The pitch inside will make it 1 ball, 1 strike now to Branch.
Yeah, this guy is extremely dangerous. He's got to be the best number 8 hitter in the country.
The 1-1. Fastball, they'll say, misses, not by much. 2-1 now, the count to Branch. Got 16 home runs, 48 runs batted in. The 2-1. He'll swing at a pitch off speed and down low to even the count, 2-2. Nice delivery by Evans.
Branch has raised his average by 14 points in this series. He came into the series batting .295. He's now at .309.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners second and third. This pitch low and inside from Kaysen. Now a full count to the Bulldogs shortstop. He's got Ishikawa at third, Oriach at second base rather. Evans desperately looking for the out pitch. Payoff delivery, and he gets it. Swing and a miss with a breaking ball. Down on strikes goes Branch. The 55th time this season down on strikes this weekend for just the 2nd time. But a big second out for Evans now with 2 gone. Will face Ryan Black, who down at the bottom of the order, still batting over 300, a .304 average. This weekend 1 for 6 at the plate. And you desperately, if you're Kaysen Evans, Bill, you want to end this inning right here. 1 run already in for the Dogs, but you turn it over. Trey Phelps waiting on deck. Not that Black can't hurt you. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a miss. He'll even it up 1-1.
Black's got 8 home runs on the year, and he hit one of those homers back on Friday. Solo shot in the 5th inning that tied the game at the time, 7-7.
The 1-1. Inside at the knees, now 2-1.
Kaysen's thrown 22 pitches in this inning, so he's now at 37.
Now Wes Johnson, coach of the Bulldogs, going to call an offensive timeout with a 2-1 count to Ryan Black at the plate. The Dogs 1 run on 2 hits so far today. Kaysen Evans trying to work himself out of a tough situation here. As Lujo would single to left field, Ishikawa single to right field. Gave up the walk to Oriach, and then Hudson grounded out to bring in a run. Now after the offensive timeout, Nate Yeske, pitching coach for LSU, going to make his way out to the mound, talk it over with Kaysen Evans in the Tiger infield. Portions of today's broadcast brought to you by MMR, the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation and a proud partner of LSU Athletics. And this is where you really want to bear down if you're Kaysen Evans. As we said, bases were loaded, nobody out. He's now given up 1 run. Got a 2-1 count, Bill, with 2 outs. This is where Georgia is very, very dangerous. They're relentless top to bottom. We've talked about it all weekend, but the 2 runners aboard, certainly want to keep it a 1-0 ball game. That goes without saying here early in this one.
And Black is a tough hitter, but he is the number 9 hitter, and if he reaches base, then you're turning it over to the top of their order, which features the 2 best hitters in the SEC, and Trey Phelps and Daniel Jackson. So obviously a big at bat here for Case and Evans.
Much rather face them in the bottom of the 3rd early than face them here with runners in scoring position. That pitch missing outside. Now 3-1 the count to Ryan Black. Again, first base open here, but pick your poison with Phelps waiting on deck. The 3-1 delivery down the middle at the thighs for a strike. 3-2. Ishikawa at third, Oriach at second. 2 outs, a 1-0 Georgia lead. A payoff delivery, breaking ball, bouncer towards third. Pearson knocks it down, can't come up with it. Coming in to score will be Ishikawa. Everybody's safe first and third. It's now 2-0 Georgia. That one again between both Pearson and Milam. Milam slightly shaded towards second, so it was Pearson's only chance to get to it. Got the glove on it, but then almost dribbled it straight down onto the turf. Milam picks it up, but no chance to make a throw. So now a 2-0 Georgia lead, 2 outs, and the top of the order, Trey Phelps coming to the plate. He flied out to Curiel to center field back in the 1st inning.
That has ruled a base hit for Black and an RBI. Even if John fields that ball cleanly, I don't think he has a play at first base.
So now with Oriach at third, Black at first, Phelps at the plate. Evans first delivery, low and inside, 1-0. Georgia yesterday put up 8 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning on 5 hits. The 1-0. That one a strike at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Phelps. One ball, 1 strike. Evans will turn, throw over to first to Dardar to check on Ryan Black. 5 of 6 in stolen bases. One ball, 1 strike. Evans delivery. Overhand breaking ball, but too high. 2-1. Runners first and third. The 2-1 pitch. Hit straight down into the turf, foul off the bat of Phelps. Evens the count 2-2.
Phelps, an extremely accomplished hitter, especially in clutch situations. He's hitting .373 with runners in scoring position.
3rd season in the Georgia program. Started 50 games a year ago. This pitch up and in. They're going to say it caught the visor of Phelps. He looked at the home plate umpire and said, hey, I think it skimmed the visor. And Christopher Griffith agrees. So the hit batter will send Phelps down to load the bases again for the Bulldogs with 2 outs. And you are facing the top hitter in just about every offensive category in the SEC, and Daniel Jackson, who's the DH today for the Bulldogs. Now it looks like LSU. Our home plate umpire now coming back out. Looks like LSU going to challenge. So we go under review, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. The Tigers going to throw out the challenge flag, so to speak, here on the hit by pitch. All I'll say about this, Bill, is that Phelps immediately turned around, swiped his visor, and then Christopher Griffith nodded his head and pointed to go to first. I'm not sure Christopher Griffith caught it initially.
Yeah, I think that could be, as Phelps definitely sold it right away as he backed away from the pitch from Evans.
And for those of you tuned in, we do not have a monitor here in the booth, so we're as in the dark as you are. We do have a replay way down in right field on the Jumbotron, but again, no chance for us to make heads or tails as to whether or not the trajectory or the spin of the baseball looks like it was affected by the brim of the helmet. But
and from that angle, which of course is a long, we're looking at a replay from from about 400 feet away, but it looks like it didn't hit him, but can't really tell.
So the Tigers with the challenge, and Again, not sure the angles they are all privy to, but must be taking a little longer than I thought. But here we go. So the challenge unsuccessful. They ruled the batter was hit by the pitch. So the original call will stand, and with 2 outs, bases loaded again, and Daniel Jackson coming to the plate. Bulldogs already with 2 runs in on 3 hits. Evans now up to 45 pitches thrown here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Tigers do have Zach Cowan now throwing in the bullpen. So hopefully Kaysen can get out of this, minimizing the damage to just 2 runs.
First delivery to Jackson, upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Jackson. Comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Very tough assignment here for Kaysen. There's just nowhere to put Jackson.
Pitch inside. 2-1 now the count. Zach Cowan, as Bill said, out throwing on the mound. He and Jackson, actual teammates on the Wofford Terriers program back in 2024. That was Jackson's freshman year. This pitch missing low from Evans. Now 3-1. Hitters count for Daniel Jackson. Batting .380 on the season, 24 home runs, 70 RBI. Here's a ground ball up the middle, and it's a base hit. Into center field it goes. Oriach will score. Black on his way home. Into third safely will be Phelps. And making his way to second will be Jackson as he brings in 2 more, and it's a 4-0 Georgia lead. RBI 71 and 72 for the talented junior out of Sandy Springs, Georgia.
He's a great hitter, and great hitters take advantage of having advantage counts. Kaysen threw another breaking pitch, but Jackson was able to send it up the middle. The Bulldogs take command here early.
So still with 2 outs, runners second and third. The Bulldogs halfway to their 2nd inning output from last night. Michael O'Shaughnessy was a big part of it. He had a grand slam in that 2nd inning. His 17th home run of the year. He was a strikeout victim earlier to Evans in the 1st inning. 0-1. He got the first pitch across at Kaysen. Here's the 0-1. Now inside, missing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bulldogs have now batted around as O'Shaughnessy, the 9th man to come to the plate.
Phelps at third, Jackson at second. This pitch, he'll say, a little high, maybe. 2-1. Pitch number 54 for the Tigers starter. 2-1 delivery, off speed, high and outside. Now 3-1. Evans 3-1 delivery, missing outside with a fastball, looking for the outside corner, didn't get the call, and that'll be ball 4. O'Shaughnessy heads to first, and the inning continues with 2 outs. Now batting for a 2nd time this frame, Lujo, who led it off. And now Jay Johnson on his way out to the mound. That may be all for Kaysen Evans, and it is, with 55 pitches thrown in his return for the first time since April 17th. Gave it a go, but his day is done. The Tigers now electing to call upon Zach Cowan. Pitch and change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Georgia leading 4-0. 4 runs on 4 hits coming here in the bottom of the 2nd. Zach Cowan's job, come in, put out the fire. We'll return to Athens in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's not easy to be a champion.
Built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU Baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
At Hancock Whitney, we don't leave things to chance, including the Tigers season. That's why we ran thousands of our LSU Visa debit cards through every game day ritual around the Gulf South. Get your LSU Visa debit card and some good game day luck for the Tigers this year. Learn more at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Gotta carry that purple and gold. Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer, we know you deserve value when you purchase equipment. Right now, take advantage of the powerful 3025E tractor for just $297 a month, with 0% financing for 72 months. Tractor packages with a trailer also available. Whether you're tackling land, property, or projects, get your job done. Don't wait. This offer ends June 30th, 2026. Some restrictions apply. Visit sunequip.com or stop by a Sunshine location today.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Great to see Kason Evans make the start and make his return on the mound. His day is done now. Zach Cowan called upon out of the Tiger bullpen. Try to end this bottom of the second inning. The Bulldogs have played at 4 runs. They've had the bases loaded, Bill, for what seemed to be the entire inning. They able to load it up quickly, and now been able to tack on a couple of extra with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning, leading 4-0.
So Kason very sharp in the first inning, ran into some trouble here in the second inning, but still a solid performance after being out for 3 weeks. He did throw 56 pitches in an inning and 2/3. He had 3 strikeouts, but a couple of walks, and he's charged with 4 runs on 4 hits. And hopefully Zach Cowan can end it right here, as the Tigers senior out of Blythewood, South Carolina, now on the mound. He's making his 15th appearance, his 11th in relief. He's 3-3 with a 3.63 ERA. He has 44 strikeouts in 34 and 2/3 innings. He's allowed 31 hits, 14 earned runs, only 9 walks on the year for Zach Cowan.
He'll face Rylan Lujo, who started this inning with a base hit, came around to score. He'll stand in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Cowan, the right-hander's first pitch. Fastball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Stop by today, order online, or just use the app. Walk On Sports Bistro, game on. 4-0 Georgia leads. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Cowan from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 to Lujo. That one finds the zone, 1-1.
Cowan named earlier in the week the SEC Pitcher of the Week for his efforts in winning 2 games within a week. He had a relief win against Southeastern Louisiana, a win as a starter against South Carolina.
The 1-1. Ground ball towards second. Ruckert coming over to his left, able to get to it. Throw to Dardar in time for out number 3. But the Dogs get on the board. 4 runs on 4 hits. They do leave 3 men on. We now move to the top of the 3rd. Tigers trailing 4-0 to the Bulldogs of Georgia on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
My wife, she loves the fried okra. She's from Mississippi, so that's her favorite thing to do. I guess I was just too late. The flame ignited right there in my face. The pain was, it was bad. That's how I got 2nd, 3rd degree burns. Blue Cross treated me great with the recovery process. In the end, everything worked out. I'm Chad. I'm from Baton Rouge, and I had Blue Cross for 10 years. I don't eat fried okra. That's the funniest story.
We head to the top of the third inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Tigers find themselves down 4-0. Top of the third inning here on Sunday. Jack Ruckert will be at the plate to get it started. Ruckert, Reeves, and top of the order Mason Braun due up. Caden Aoki has been very efficient. He will start the top of the third, having thrown just 24 pitches thus far. Ruckert faces him for the first time today. And Aoki's first offering outside. And it's 1-0.
He's allowed just one base runner. He walked Dardar in the second inning.
Here's the 1-0 to Ruckert. Breaking ball drops in at the knees for a strike. 1-1. Ruckert 1 for 8 at the plate this weekend in Athens. Here's the 1-1. Another overhand breaking ball, but missing outside is Aoki. It's 2-1. Another decent crowd on hand here on Sunday afternoon. 2-1 pitch to Ruckert. Swing and a miss to even it up 2-2.
Aoki making his first appearance on the mound since he started against Missouri last weekend. Won that game, 8 strikeouts in 6 innings of work, gave up just 5 hits.
Here's the 2-2 to Ruckert. High and outside to fill it up. Tigers come in today, as Bill told you, in the Hub International on Deck show, 14th in the SEC. With a number of teams jumbled up there in the middle of the league. Payoff pitch. Ruckert drives this one to left field. Giving chase is Ishikawa. He'll cut it off before getting to the track, but Ruckert with his second hit of the weekend. And the Tigers get a leadoff man aboard. I see you, Ruckert.
First hit of the game for the Tigers against Caden Aoki. Excellent 2-strike hitting approach by the freshman Jack Ruckert, product of Catholic High School in Baton Rouge. See if that base hit initiates some offense for the Tigers.
So now we'll see Tanner Reeves. Reeves at the bottom of the order, batting .237. Righty on lefty matchup. And the first pitch to Reeves. Outside, missing ball 1. 1-0.
Reeves has quietly done a pretty nice job in his recent starts for the Tigers, playing both left field and some at third base.
Aoki's 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tanner does have 5 hits in his last 12 at bats. He's hitting .417 in his last 5 games. So he's definitely been making contributions at the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike to Reeves with a runner at first, nobody out. Top of the third, down 4-0. Here's the 1-1. That was a good looking pitch. Another breaking ball that started up high and then landed right around the kneecaps to make it 1-2. Aoki with very good control and command so far today. 1-2. Reeves went around, got a little piece on a check swing on a pitch low and away. Keep him at the plate with a 1-2 count. Tanner that time got caught between spitting on the pitch and going around, luckily able to get enough to stay at the plate. Runner at first, another 1-2 pitch, and this time the breaking ball gets him. Swing and a miss by Tanner Reeves. Second strikeout, now make it his third, I should say, for Aoki. Just the first out of the inning, and now the Tigers back to the top of the order and Mason Braun. Braun 0 for 1 here today. Fly ball out to Ishikawa in left field back in the first inning. LeBron, as Bill's told you all weekend, really over the last 5, 6, 7 ball games, has done a tremendous job atop the order, finding a way aboard. Runner goes, first pitch, and a ground ball through the 6-0 has Branch vacated the area. The throw coming into third, but sliding in safely and holding on is Jack Ruckert. A great job by Mason Braun with his first Bingo Pest Product base hit of the day, and the Tigers now with runners first and third and just 1 out.
Great execution that time by LSU with the hit and run. Mason hitting the ball the opposite way into left field. Ruckert running with the pitch. Slides head first into third base. Of course, on this artificial turf, you can sometimes slide past the base, but Jack grabbed the third base bag with both hands to make sure he wouldn't slide past the bag.
Yeah, even if the bag comes out of the turf, he was going to be holding on to third base. Omar Cerna Jr. stands in. He's 0 for 1. Popped out foul territory behind the plate to the catcher, Brennan Hudson. First pitch, a strike from Aoki with a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Cerna, a 3.08 average. Again, the question mark coming into the weekend, how close to 100% after having some back pain earlier, missed the midweek game. Here he reaches out, little tapper but foul, third base side. 0-2 now, the count to Cerna.
Unfortunately, I don't think Cerna is feeling great with that back pain. It's still something that's bothering him. That's why we haven't seen him catch this weekend. He's been the DH for all 3 games, and Aaron Beatty's been the catcher. But hopefully it's something Omar can work through.
Comes in 1 for 8 on the series. Runners at the corners, the 0-2. Another ground ball, but foul. This time a little farther down the third base line. Still 0-2 the count. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, proud to be the official health insurance of LSU Athletics. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True. 4-0 Georgia leads. They put up 4 runs in the bottom of the second inning on 4 hits. Tigers get their first couple of hits here in the top of the third. Can they get on the board? 1 out, runners first and third. Cerna at the plate with an 0-2 count. Caden Aoki, the right-hander, comes set. The 0-2 pitch down in the turf, blocked up by Hudson. Now 1-2.
Omar with just 1 hit in the series. That was the home run back on Friday.
One ball, 2 strikes to the Tiger DH. Aoki brings it to the plate, missing outside, evens it up 2-2.
On the year, Cerna batting .370 with runners in scoring position.
Tigers have Ruckert at third, Braun at first. 1 out. 2-2 pitch and a ground ball. It's a base hit. A rolling ground ball gets by Branch at shortstop, left of second base, and an RBI single for Omar Cerna gets the Tigers on the board. It's now 4-1 Georgia.
Great job by the freshman from Houston. He was down quickly in the count, 0-2 against Aoki, but continued to battle and comes through with a big base hit to get the Tigers on the scoreboard.
So now Derek Curry out of the plate. Runners still aboard first and second. Curriel led the Tigers so far this weekend. Grounded out to the first baseman O'Shaughnessy, his first time up today, but coming in batting .537 through the first 2 games. Still just 1 out. Aoki delivers. Breaking ball, missing low. 1 ball, no strikes to Curriel. It's 4 for 7 coming into today with a double, an RBI, and 4 runs scored. Braun will take his leadoff second. Cerna likewise at first. Aoki's 1-0 pitch. That one missing at the knees. So 2 balls, no strikes to Curriel.
Derek's also been a good clutch hitter this year. .377 average with runners in scoring position.
2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch to the plate. Strike with the overhand breaking ball again, lands about belt high, 2-1. Again, runners first and second, 4-1. Georgia leads. Aoki's pitch down in the dirt. Blocked up by Hudson on the hard breaking ball. Now 3-1 the count to Curiel.
Now here's an advantage count for Derek Curiel. Let's see if he can make something happen here.
They've got Ishikawa playing straight up out in left field. Lujo for the most part straight away in center, but they've got Oriad shaded into right center. Getting Curiel pretty good going to all fields. You take one down the right field line. The Tigers will keep running, but that pitch low and in the dirt. That'll be ball 4. So Curiel will head on down to first, and now the Tigers have the bases loaded with 1 out. Prime opportunity with Kate Arambidi coming to the plate. The Tigers want to put up a fight here on Sunday. They're going to need to convert here, Billy.
Absolutely. Got to respond to that 4-run outburst by Georgia with a big inning of their own.
Kate Arambidi on the active roster, leading the team with 16 home runs. He's got 46 runs batted in. First pitch, a strike from Aoki, and it's 0-1. Braun at third, Cerna now at second, Curiel at first. 1 out and an 0-1 count to Arambidi. This will be pitch number 49 for the starter, Caden Aoki. Here's the 0-1. And Arambidi just a little bit off. Fouls this one back to the right side. Breaking ball from Aoki. Gets him ahead, 0-2. Big moment for the Tigers here in game 3. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Slider out of the reach of Arambidi's bat. He's down on strikes. Aoki with his 4th punch out. And now it's up to Stephen Milam. Trying to bust through here with the bases loaded and 2 down.
That is a huge strikeout for Caden Aoki. As Arambidi unable to put the ball in play and give the Tigers an opportunity to score, but Stephen Milam, Mr. Clutch at this time of the year, now has a chance.
Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Aoki. First pitch to Milam, swinging out in front, missing. It's 0-1. Milam fly ball out to Oriach in right field back in the 2nd inning. Bases loaded for the Tigers, trailing by 3 runs to the Dogs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch that bounced off the plate. Nasty breaking ball from Aoki gets him ahead 0-2. Looking for a timely and clutch hit from Stephen Milam with the bases loaded, 2 outs and an 0-2 count. The Georgia right-hander fires, and this one low and inside, blocked up by Hudson again. As make it 1 ball, 2 strikes to Milam. Got him to chase that last breaking ball. Milam with a good job letting that one go. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Setting up outside to the left-handed hitter is Hudson. Here's the 1-2 thrown there, but a ground ball and snagged by Ryan Black at second, and then throws to first in time to get Milam for out number 3. Couple of feet to the right with that ground ball, and LSU would still be batting with a couple of extra runs in, but Ryan Black makes the play for the Bulldogs. LSU gets on the board. 1 run on 3 hits. They leave 3 men on. Now head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 4-1 Georgia lead on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
The bottom of the third inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Well, again, unfortunately, the story remains the same for the Tigers. Missed opportunities offensively. Spent the majority of the top of the third with the bases loaded, but the Tigers only come away with 1 run. They do make it a 4-1 Georgia lead now. Zach Cowan going to be charged with keeping the Dogs right there. A very tall task. Kenny Ishikawa will lead it off. Cowan starts his first full inning, and the first pitch sent a mile high, but not very deep. In fact, not even to second base. Milam left of the bag, calls for it, makes the play, and quickly Ishikawa retired, 1 away.
Good start there for Zach Cowan as Georgia had initiated the 4-run second inning with the leadoff single by Lujo, but Cowan gets the first out of this inning.
Jordy Oriach, the DH the first 2 games, playing in right field this afternoon. Board on a walk his first time up. Breaking ball from Cowan starts him off 0-1. Toyota Summer Starts Here sales event coming up. Start your summer right in an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com today. There's a swing and a foul off the bat of Oriach into the mid of Aaron Beatty, and it's 0-2.
We mentioned Zach Cowan's last appearance was back last Sunday in a start against South Carolina, and he was just brilliant in that game against the Gamecocks. 6 innings, no runs on just 2 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts.
Cowan's 0-2 delivery. Ground ball fair down the first base line, but a nice job on the worm burner on the turf by Dardar, and he'll step on the bag, and Oriach retired quickly, 2 away.
The Tigers need hopefully a quick inning here. As we said earlier, Georgia has been retired in order just 1 time in this series. That was Case in Innings' first inning here today.
Brendan Hudson, the catcher, stands in. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out with the bases loaded, but did bring in a run. Cowan finds the zone on the first offering, and it's 0-1. And they'll move Milam right of second base. Ruckert again deep into shallow right field at second. Dardar hugging the line behind the bag at first. That pitch riding high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hudson. The 1-1 pitch. Outside missing, 2-1. Cowan with the 2-1 pitch. And the breaking ball finds a hole. Swinging over the top is Hudson. That'll leaving it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So with 2 outs and nobody on. The out pitch has eluded a number of Tiger pitchers this weekend. The 2-2 from Cowan. Spinner outside. Hudson lets it go. Now a full count, 3-2.
That's what Jay Johnson said after last night's game. He said, you know, obviously their power is a big factor in their success, but what has impressed him most has been their two-strike approach.
Payoff pitch from Cowan. And a foul off the bat of Hudson. Keeps it full at 3-2. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball.
3, 2, 1.
2 outs, nobody on. Another payoff pitch, and this one hammered but foul on a line drive down the right field line from Hudson. Again, we'll keep it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Along with Bill Franquez, I'm Chris Blair. Happy to have you with us. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, including my mother Thelma, and of course the mom in our household taking care and great care of our 2. Amber Blair back in Baton Rouge, tuned in, I'm sure. Here's the 3-2 again, and a foul off the bat of Hudson. To the Tiger dugout. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes, and this goes to your point earlier, Bill, that the out pitch has been very difficult. Yeah. Unfortunately for the Tigers, a majority of the out pitch attempts have come 3 and 2 throughout the weekend. And Cowan in a battle here with Hudson. 2 outs, nobody on. Another payoff pitch, and it's low and inside, ball 4. So Hudson wins this battle, and a 2-out walk will get a runner aboard for the Bulldogs.
It's a familiar theme we've seen throughout the weekend. Bulldogs battling with 2 strikes. Tiger pitching unable to get the out pitch they need. And the inning continues now with Hudson drawing the walk. Hudson does not have a hit in this series, but he's now walked 5 times.
Now Colby Branch, who was retired by way of strikeout his first time up. He's done plenty of damage on the weekend as Cowan will work carefully here. First pitch down and away for ball 1, 1-0. Snap throw over by Cowan to check the runner in Hudson. One of the few Bulldogs who's not attempted a stolen base on the year.
Yeah, he does not appear to be a candidate to run.
Takes just a 2-step lead off the bag. Dardar will hold him on at first. 1-0 count to Branch at the plate. Cowan fires, and that fastball in for a strike to make it 1-1. Remember, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek the place to do it. The official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. Expect the expected in SeatGeek. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, a 4-1 Georgia lead. Runner at first, and a swing and a ground ball. Milam trying to get to it, but it bounces its way past him into left center field. Colby Branch, not particularly hit hard, but effective, put it in the right spot, and on this turf it just rolls its way into left quickly.
Tough break there for the Tigers as Milam was shaded over toward the third base bag. And Branch hit it exactly where Steven was not. Steven made an effort to get there, but couldn't get there in time as it bounded along the artificial turf into the outfield. And now Georgia again with the threat.
So now Hudson, the lead runner at second. Branch aboard with a single at first, and Ryan Black at the bottom of the order. He's 1 for 1 today, and an RBI single in that second inning. First pitch called strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Called strike, 0-2. So Cowan comes back with a fastball. Gets ahead in the count. See if he can put Ryan Black away quickly here and keep it a 4-1 Georgia lead. Runners first and second with 2 down. Pitch number 22 for Cowan on its way and fouled back into the screen. Still 0-2. Not as many Georgia fans up on the hill today as there were last night at the apartments. That'll be a pretty good seat, at least for the price, Bill.
Oh, absolutely.
Concessions probably a tad bit cheaper too. And I guarantee you the variety of drinks a lot different up there than we find here. at the ballpark. Here's the 0-2 and a ground ball. This one towards Milam. He'll circle around, glove it side, and throw to Dardar. Nice job by Seth. Adjusting, throw a little behind the bag, but he kept his foot on first for out number 3. So Georgia threaten again, but they come up empty-handed. No runs on 1 hit. They do leave 2 men on. They lead 4-1 over the Tigers. LSU coming to the plate. Dardar, Pearson, and Ruckert when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
Hey, Tiger fans, there's nothing quite like game day at the box. To add to the excitement at the ballpark, enjoy our all-beef 44 Farms Tiger Dogs. The finest dogs in the land because they are made of all-natural Angus beef. To learn more, please visit them at 44steaks.com. That's 44steaks.com. 44 Farms, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Hey Louisiana, introducing 5 new fast play games from the lottery. Louisiana Treasures, win up to $3,500. Sunny Money, win up to $10,000. Bonus Crossword, top prize $15,000. Ultimate Dash, top prize $25,000. And it's a Louisiana thing. You could win up to $50,000. Louisiana Lottery, celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
The top of the 4th inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your 4s up.
4-1 our score. Here in Athens, Georgia with the lead. Tigers come to the plate here in the top of the 4th inning. Seth Dardar will lead it off. LSU Athletics in partnership with Baton Rouge Area Foundation and Visit Baton Rouge. Proud to present Death Valley Live, bringing world-class entertainment and events to Tiger Stadium. Just go to lsusports.net/Death Valley Live for more information. Dardar batting for the 2nd time today. Got aboard on a walk back in the 2nd inning. Caden Aoki so far 3 innings of work, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts.
His pitch count at 54 entering the 4th inning.
First delivery to Seth is hit hard, but a 1-hopper snagged with a backhand by O'Shaughnessy at first, and he will step on the bag for out number 1. So pitch count, we're trying to kind of bring it into fruition to raise it a little bit for Aoki, but again, 1 pitch and 1 out to start the top of the 4th inning.
He's a pretty durable guy. They played a doubleheader against Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago in Oxford, and he pitched in relief in the first game, had an awful outing, but then came back and started the 2nd game and threw 6 innings and was fantastic. He threw a combined 98 pitches on that day.
John Pearson takes the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, you talk about old school pitching. That's an example you don't see very often in these days.
He threw 36 pitches as a reliever in the first game against Ole Miss. Then the next game, the same day, came back and started.
This pitch just outside as Pearson leaned in, gave it a look. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to John. It was a strikeout victim to Aoki in the 2nd inning.
Well, it wasn't quite as dramatic as I described. The start came the day after, so he pitched on consecutive days and was very effective as a starter.
Swing and a miss. Pearson going after the fastball, slightly elevated. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still a rarity.
Yes, it
in
is.
this day and age of college baseball. Pearson, 2-strike approach here with 1 out, nobody on. Aoki, the wind, the 1-2, and Pearson couldn't hold up on a breaking ball. Home plate umpire didn't need to appeal. Pearson down on strikes for a 2nd time. Aoki with punch out number 5 on the day. Now we'll see Jack Ruckert. Ruckert 1 for 1. aboard there and scored the Tigers' lone run. Top of the third. So with 2 outs, the first pitch from Aoki. Fastball strike, 0-1. And Jay Johnson mentioned it to us. You even mentioned it in the scouting report. It's not so much the velocity, it's just his pitch location and his pitch mix that's been successful today. As there's the overhand breaking ball. Swing and a half-hearted swing and miss. Fooled Ruckert on the pitch. It's now 0-2.
He's followed his playbook extremely well so far, with the exception of the third inning when he gave up 3 hits.
2 outs, the 0-2. Hard breaking ball bounces in front of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remember, fans, when the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball victory and get 50% off your online pizza order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. 2 outs. Nobody aboard for the Tigers. Down 4-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The second baseman, Jack Ruckert. Aoki delivers. Ruckert fouls this one back into the dugout of the Tigers' first base side. Still 1-2.
Jack trying to duplicate his first appearance against Aoki. He fell behind 2 strikes, but really battled it. Ended up with that leadoff single. Trying to keep this inning going.
Aoki now steps on the rubber. 6 on the pitch clock. With 2, he'll start, and the wind going to hit Ruckert in the shoulder. So Ruckert behind in the count, as Bill said, had the base hit with 2 strikes last time. Get plumped by the pitch and head down to first, extend the inning. And get Tanner Reeves a chance to swing. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He's a strikeout victim. Tanner looking over to Coach Jay Johnson, getting the signs, and the left-hander now digs in. Ruckert takes a 2-step lead off of first. Aoki brings it to the plate, and it's outside with the heat. 1-0.
At least now an opportunity to elevate the pitch count a little bit for Aoki.
Quickly approaching 70 pitches here in a starting role. The 1-0. Dropping off speed at the knees, catches the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Reeves. Ruckert over at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aoki's pitch. Breaking ball. Good take. Reeves watched it in and dropped low and inside. 2-1 now the count.
Reeves being much more patient in this at bat than he was the first time he faced Aoki.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on its way. Outside and low. 3-1 now. Reeves batting for the 61st time this season. Waits on the 3-1 pitch. Aoki fires, and a chopper right at O'Shaughnessy. Didn't move. Gloves it, 1 step, and he's on the bag for out number 3. Tigers no runs, no hits. They leave 1 man on. They trail Georgia 4-1. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Bulldogs to the plate when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a fourth-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org, the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
The bottom of the fourth inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your fours up.
4-1. Georgia leading here in game 3. Zach Cowan back out. We reach the bottom of the fourth inning. Bulldogs 4 runs, 5 hits. The Tigers 1 run on 3 Bingo Pest Product base hits. Both teams have left 5 men aboard. Georgia will start with the top of the order, Trey Phelps, here in the bottom of the fourth. 0 for 1 on the day. Cowan's first delivery missing outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Phelps, fly ball out in the bottom of the first. Hit by a pitch, got aboard in the second inning. 1-0 from Cowan. Pulled the string, and Phelps way out in front swinging. 1-1.
First time that Zach is facing the top of the Georgia order.
Here's the 1-1. This one hit hard, base hit into left center field. Phelps reaches base for a second straight time. He picks up his 4th hit of the weekend. So the leadoff man aboard for Georgia. We'll see Daniel Jackson, who's 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
Cowan threw a fastball that time to Phelps, but Phelps is all over it, smashing it through the infield into center. Now the battle of former Wofford teammates, Cowan versus Daniel Jackson.
Kason Evans retiring Jackson for a 3rd time by way of strikeout in the first, but he had a single with 2 RBI last meeting. So Cowan against his former Terrier teammate delivers the first pitch outside, missing, ball 1. Phelps, good speed, 7 stolen bases in 7 tries, takes his lead off of first. Cowan takes a little extra time, 3 on the pitch clock. Now the 1-0 delivery. Missing upstairs and outside, 2-0. Cowan's 2-0 delivery. In the air, right field way. Mason Braun going back, and this one is gone. Daniel Jackson with home run number 25. 2-run blast to right field, just the second to the short porch on the weekend by the Bulldogs. They'll extend the lead now, 6-1.
Jackson taking advantage of the dimensions of this ballpark, hitting it into the most shallow part of the outfield. Got enough of it to give him his 25th home run of the season.
Just shot that one opposite field, right of the scoreboard, in right. Still nobody out. Georgia adding to their lead. And we'll see Michael O'Shaughnessy, who is 0 for 1 today, a strikeout, aboard on a walk in that big second inning. First pitch, breaking ball, but upstairs, ball 1. Zach going to grab the rosin bag as that one seemed to slip out of his grip. The 1-0 in the air, foul territory, left field way, and Reeves says he can't see it. It actually drops in fair territory. He was coming over here, and Pearson were out there, and at the last moment, Reeves said, I don't see it. Lost it in the sun. Again, there's not a lot of room down there. I thought initially it might carry its way into that sliver of foul territory, but once Reeves said he didn't see it, Tigers knew they were in trouble and headed down to second base. Is O'Shaughnessy. Still nobody out. 6-1 Georgia leads, and it's been that kind of weekend for LSU. What could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah, that should have been not a routine play, but a play that Tanner should have made. Unfortunately, he just couldn't find the baseball.
So now Rylan Lujo to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Batted twice in that second inning. Had a single and then grounded out to end it. First pitch missing away and low for ball 1.
And it is officially ruled a double for O'Shaughnessy.
Tough break for Zach Cowan. Turn and throw back to Rucker. Back safely to the bag is O'Shaughnessy. Cowan, though, with that steady heartbeat, put that mistake behind he and the Tigers quickly. The 1-0 to Lujo. Swinging out in front, fouls this one to his teammates in the third base dugout. It's 1-1.
Take a look at some other SEC scores today. A couple of finals in. The early final was in Gainesville, where Florida defeated Kentucky 9-6. The Gators win 2 out of 3 over the Wildcats. We'll see Florida on Thursday in Baton Rouge.
The 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside. Now 2-1 the count to Lujo.
So Texas able to salvage game 3 in Knoxville after Tennessee defeated the Longhorns twice. Texas wins today by a final score of 13-6.
Two-one pitch, and this is a base hit to left center field off the bat of Lujo. O'Shaughnessy going to be waved in from third. Throw coming in from Milam, not going to be in time. Aaron Beatty will send it down to second, and tag is applied. And out at second base is Lujo for the first out of the inning. He'll pick up the RBI. Make it a 7-1 Georgia lead. But a heads up play by Aaron Beatty. The throw coming in from the cutoff man Milam. No chance to get O'Shaughnessy, but Aaron Beatty kept his head and his eyes at second base and threw another great throw down there. Able to apply the tag to get the first out of the inning, but still plenty of work to do. Down now by 5 runs. Ishikawa coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today.
4 straight hits for the Bulldogs in this inning.
Cowan's first pitch is strike. Breaking ball makes it 0-1. We know Cowan's going to pitch to contact. Again, a short porch to right field makes things a little more difficult, but this one going to be roped off the bat of Ishikawa into the corner and right. Chasing it down as Braun has to play it off the wall, and a stand-up double with 1 out for Ishikawa. It's his 5th double of the year. My point about pitching to contact is Georgia's going to get their contact against Cowan, but boy, oh boy, you go back to the missed fly ball in left field. Now Georgia adding to their lead, and it's still just 1 out, runner in scoring position. And as we said, they just come in waves. Oriach now due up, and now Aaron Beatty going to go out and visit with Cowan on the mound.
Tigers do have the bullpen active. That appears to be right-hander Grant Fontenot throwing right now as LSU calls a timeout. Jay Johnson's going to jog out to the mound to talk to Zach and maybe give Fontenot a little more time to get ready.
Again, coming into today, Kason Evans getting the start. We knew that Zach Cowan would be an option. Felt like Grant Fontenot as well. Not real sure overall about Devin Sheeran, who we saw on Friday night.
Yeah, Sheeran threw 50 pitches on Friday, so don't know if he'd be available today. Gavin Guidry threw 39 pitches on Friday. Of course, the Tigers used a number of pitchers in yesterday's game as well.
I bring that up, Bill, simply because, again, down 7-1, a lot of baseball left to be played. I wouldn't think it's out of the realm of possibility should LSU be able to somehow make this a close game, maybe even get a lead, Sheeran might be an option if it comes down to holding on to win a ball game. As that first pitch now to Oriach, a called strike from Cowan. He starts off the right fielder 0-1.
No, I think you're right. If there is that type of leverage situation, we may see Sheeran again.
Cowan's 0-1 to the plate. Going inside above the shoe tops of Oriach. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch from Cowan. Inside at the hands, make it 2-1. This is a Georgia team, as we said to start the weekend, Bill, only lost 7 games here at home. Only 3 in SEC play. In fact, the Florida Gators, the only SEC opponent to win a series, they took 2 of 3 here in Athens. The 2-1. Look out right over the railing of the Tiger dugout with a sharply hit foul ball. Luckily missed everybody. It's now 2-2.
And it's hard to believe in that Florida series, Georgia did not hit a home run. And that series was played here in Athens.
Well, that would explain it.
And but Florida has arguably 2 first-round draft choices as their 2 top starting pitchers in Aiden King and Liam Peterson. And those 2 Florida right-handers were very effective, even against this powerful offense.
Ishikawa down at second. The 2-2 to Oriach. Sharply hit ground ball. Ruckert was playing deep at second in right field, and he will glove it with the backhand, throw to first in time for the second out of the inning. Ishikawa will move on into third base. Another timer, Ruckert playing in that rover position, 20 feet into right field, and that one hit sharply off the bat of Oriach. He'll stay there, Will Ruckert, against another left-hander in Brennan Hudson now with 2 down and a runner at third. Cowan's first pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Georgia with 4 runs in the second, 3 so far. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. The fastball gets by the bat of Hudson. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Georgia, by the way, is currently on an 8-game winning streak. They haven't lost since back on April 25th. They lost the first game of the series in Oxford to Ole Miss, but have since won 8 in a row.
1-1 from Cowan. Down the middle for a strike to make it 1-2.
Of course, 40 wins overall for Georgia, 20 wins in the SEC, which is anytime you can win 20 SEC games, that is an incredible accomplishment.
2 outs, runner at third. Cowan, the senior right-hander's 1-2 pitch, off speed and outside to even the count, 2-2. That's an 0 for 1 on the day. Had a ground out RBI and a walk. He will swing and put this one in the air. Pearson trying to fight the sun at third. He doesn't have it. Milam coming over. He does for out number 3. So a good job. Pearson early on saying, I don't have it. Milam able to get in position to make the play for out number 3. Georgia, though, adds 3 runs to their lead on 5 hits. Leave 1 man on at third base. 7-1 Georgia. We've played 4 complete in Athens. Top of the 5th coming up. And top of the order for the Tigers, Braun, Cerna, and Curiel when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's not easy to be a champion.
It's built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions, LSU Baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
444 for the number you gotta dial. Life throws you a curve, you know the deadly devotion goes the extra mile. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. There's a number you gotta dial. Throw your fours extra mile. 44444 for the number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up.
Baton Rouge isn't just the capital of Louisiana, it's the capital of college baseball. The fans, the players, the entire atmosphere. When it comes to baseball season, there's no better place than Baton Rouge. And the fun extends beyond the box, with plenty to do off campus. Explore some of Baton Rouge's best fights, visit our incredible museums, and enjoy the sweet sounds of swamp blues, born right here in Louisiana's capital city. Check out visitbatonrouge.com for more things to do on your next trip.
The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. Your home for the Fighting Tigers. The LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Georgia now leading 7-1. Fifth inning coming your way this Sunday afternoon, Mother's Day 2026. Georgia with 4 runs in the bottom of the second. Tigers load up the bases, but only able to scratch 1 run in the top of the third. Georgia loaded the bases quickly in the bottom half of the fourth and get 3 runs across. Tigers had the top of the order due up. Daniel Harden going to come in to pinch hit for Mason Braun. First pitch from Aoki to the pinch hitters, a called strike, and it's 0-1.
Daniel Harden getting the opportunity. Also a product of Catholic High in Baton Rouge.
Aoki's 0-1 pitch to Harden. Swing and a ground ball foul, first base side. Braun, who started the game, was 1 for 2 at the plate. Bill and I both kind of looking down there in the dugout just to see if this was just a game decision or was a forced decision. But nonetheless, here's the 0-2 to Harden, and they appeal down to third on a breaking ball that dropped in low. Harden able to hold back, according to Joe Harris, our third base umpire. It's 1-2.
We'll see if we can spot Mason in the dugout. Perhaps something happened while he was in the outfield.
Harden awaits, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. This time the breaking ball away from the left-hander gets Harden, and there's 1 away. We'll see. Omar Cerna coming to the plate for the Tigers. Omar with an RBI single in the third. Just his second hit of the weekend. He's had an exceptional freshman campaign thus far. Aoki to face him for a third time, delivers the first pitch to the right-hander low for ball 1.
Although he has not had a super productive weekend this weekend, really has been exceptional. Coming into today, he was hitting .395 in his previous 9 games. 5 homers, 12 RBI in those 9 games.
A 1-0 to Cerna for a strike on the inner half. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And remember, he's also playing at less than 100% as he's had some back pain that he's dealing with.
1 ball, 1 strike to Cerna. Aoki with a 76 pitch and a swing foul off the bat, maybe off the lower leg of Cerna, who hobbles around home plate. Not only has he had, again, some big moments, not as many hits as Omar would like this weekend, but he's also taken a little bit of punishment. Came in, as we said, with a bit of a back issue in the early part of the week. He's been hit a couple of times, including in the back of the helmet, and this time he fouls one off his own bat into his ankle.
It's an adjustment for freshmen like Cerna. They've never played this many baseball games in a season in their lives. It takes a toll on you as a young player.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count with 1 away. Aoki fires, and this one sent foul down the third base line near Coach Josh Jordan. It's now still 1-2.
But the future is just extremely bright for this young man. Jay Johnson feels like he could be one of the most impactful program program players in the history of LSU baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Breaking ball drops low. Now 2-2 the count to Cerna. Fans Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier proud to be an official partner of LSU athletics. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Cerna swings and misses out in front of that one. Aoki dials it back, picks up his 7th strikeout of the day. Now 2 gone, and we'll see Derek Curiel.
Again, Caden Aoki has pitched exactly as his numbers indicate. Tigers got to him a little bit in the 3rd inning with 3 singles, but produced just 1 run. And since that time, he's allowed just 1 base runner when he hit Ruckert with a pitch with 2 outs in the 4th.
Curiel 0 for 1 today, aboard on a walk in the 3rd, his last time up. Breaking ball low to Curiel will make it 1-0. Derek, a .344 average on the year, leading the Tigers coming in on the weekend. Batting .571 through the first 2 contests. This pitch again low, now 2-0. Curiel awaits. Aoki winds and fires, and this one slapped to right field. Oriach's going to have to watch it go all the way to the wall. Curiel hit it so hard, though, he can't make the turn at first. He'll stay there. But a 2-out single keeps the inning going. We'll give Caden Arambidi a chance to come to the plate.
That ball was smacked by Derek Curiel, but as you said, it was hit so hard and bounced off of that turf up against the wall right back to Oriach. Credit to Oriach, he played it perfectly and did not allow Derek to advance to second base.
Caden Arambidi 0 for 2 today. A couple of strikeouts to Aoki. Again, has 7 on the afternoon. A lot of room to the right side. They shift the defense for the right-handed hitter to the left. There's a swing and a miss. Off speed from Aoki gets him ahead 0-1. Tigers on Friday night, a couple opportunities to get a 2-out rally after they built that early lead. It's a throw over by Aoki to check on Curiel. He slides back to the bag. Last night, plenty of missed opportunities. Already a couple of advantages missed today early in this one. There's a swing and a miss. Arambidi again fooled with that breaking ball. And Aoki's had a solid impact against Arambidi. Not so much with the fastball, but the changeup and the slider away has gotten Arambidi to chase on a couple of occasions. 2 outs, runner at first. The 0-2. That one at the letters and outside. Didn't miss by much. Good take by Cade. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Aoki was heading toward the third base dugout. Thought he had just fired strike 3, but Cade stays alive.
7-1, Georgia leads. Top of the 5th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Arambidi. Pitch from Aoki. That one's low. Runner headed down to second. A little hesitation by Hudson. Had trouble gripping the baseball. And the late throw going to easily allow Curiel to pick up his 13th stolen base of the year. Now in scoring position with 2 outs. And a 2-2 count for Cade Arambidi. Just find the outfield. Tigers can get a run on the board, but more importantly, keep this inning going. Pitch count now to 86 for the starter, Caden Aoki for the Bulldogs. 2 outs, runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Arambidi swings, slow, lazy ground ball to second base. Ryan Black comes up throwing, has the play for out number 3. Tigers no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. Still 7-1 Georgia. Bottom of the 5th coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Toyota, we don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted experts for all your home service needs. With over 35 years of dedicated service, we prioritize your comfort and satisfaction. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we bring our expertise to every game, from installations to repairs. Our team delivers honest pricing with no surprises. Call us today at 225-777-8888 and experience the difference with Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go Tigers!
Live action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Bottom of the 5th inning here from Athens. It's now 7-1. Georgia led 4-0 after 2. 4-1 lead after 3. They added 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. They now lead by 6 runs. And Kobe Branch will lead it off for the Dogs, facing Zach Cowan out for so far 2 1/3 inning out of the bullpen. Cowan's first pitch to the right-hander. Off speed, fouled off the bat of Branch, and it's 0-1.
Daniel Harden remains in the game for LSU. He's now playing right field.
Again, came in to pinch hit atop the order for Mason Braun, who again started the game 1 for 2. 0-1, swing and a miss. Breaking ball outside, but Branch gave it a shot. Falls behind in the count. Try our best to try to figure out if there was anything bothering Mason Braun. There's a foul tip held on to by Aaron Beatty, and down on strikes goes Branch. So Zach Cowan, with his first strikeout, retires the leadoff hitter, who's been a very hard and tough out this weekend.
Branch has been susceptible to striking out. That's been the only flaw in his game. He has the most strikeouts among the Georgia players. He's now struck out 56 times.
Now we'll see coming to the plate. Ryan Black. One for 2 on the afternoon, and a single with an RBI in that 2nd inning. Off the end of the bat, foul, and he quickly falls behind. 0-2.
Grant Fontenot is still down in the LSU bullpen. Zach Cowan, a guy who competes at a very high level, is going to give LSU everything he has and stay in the game as long as he can.
The 0-2 pitch upstairs, make it 1-2. Only 2 in Georgia's lineup today without at least a hit so far through 4 innings. There's a pitch missing, ball 2, 2-2 now the count to Ryan Black.
Even those players without a hit have reached base in some form.
2-2 outside to fill it up. So a payoff pitch upcoming from Cowan. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Chased a off-speed pitch down low is Ryan Black, and he's down on strikes. And Zach Cowan now. Back-to-back punch outs, 2 outs. And that'll bring the Bulldogs to the top of the order, and Trey Phelps. Phelps very effective atop the order for the Dogs this weekend. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Cowan's first pitch, high and outside for ball 1.
He entered the series batting .372 on the year. His average now stands at .371.
The 1-0 from Cowan. In the air, angling right center field. Curiel, full sprint, trying to give it chase. Boy, he's able to reach out and grab it on the track and get it back to the infield, but too much speed for Phelps. He's around first and into second with a 2-out double. It's a heck of a play. It won't be remembered. Derek Curiel, I didn't think was going to get to that one. I was more afraid that Phelps was going to wind around second and end up at third with a throw, but Curiel just fully extended, reached out. Was behind the baseball, Bill, just reached out, grabbed it, pulled it back.
Great play by Derek. Extremely impressive hustle play by the Tigers center fielder. He definitely robbed Phelps of a triple. And LSU is going to do the smart thing here and intentionally walk Daniel Jackson.
Jackson 2 for 3 on the day, an RBI single in the second and a 2-run homer in the fourth. Even in 74 runs batted in of the year, so they'll put the force play on, runners first and second now, and they'll take their chances with Michael O'Shaughnessy, who's batting .306 for the season. Picked up his 4th double of the year back in the 4th inning. Also reached by way of walk in the second. He scored a run today, and he was a strikeout victim to Evans back in the 1st. Runners first and second, 2 down. Cowan's pitch to the left-hander. Low and inside for ball 1.
O'Shaughnessy has 6 RBI in this series.
Phelps the lead runner, great speed. Jackson at first also. Very good speed for the Dogs. 2 outs, here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss by O'Shaughnessy. Will even the count 1-1. Cowan comes set. Righty on lefty matchup, and the 1-1 pitch to the plate. Breaking ball low and inside. That'll make it 2-1. Listen up, Tiger fans. Treasures only found in Louisiana. Play Louisiana Treasures from the lottery. You can win up to $3,500. Louisiana Lottery celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase. 2 outs, runners first and second. A 7-1 Georgia lead. The 2-1 pitch. Off speed, missed high and outside. Not by much, but it's now 3-1. Dare I say, this Georgia Bulldog offense knows the strike zone better than the home plate umpire. Uncanny how they stay away, avoid chasing most at bats. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one a good one by Cowan. Off speed across the inner portion of the plate. Now fills it up, 3-2. Runners first and second and 2 outs. O'Shaughnessy at the plate. The payoff from Cowan. And a little tapper foul to the first base dugout. Keeps it full.
O'Shaughnessy on the year hitting .286 with runners in scoring position. As we've discussed all weekend, he's a very potent force at the plate. He's got 17 home runs this year.
Again from the stretch, Cowan comes set. Fires to the plate. And holding back, they appeal down to third. They say O'Shaughnessy did hold back, and it's ball 4 with a pitch elevated. So now the Georgia Bulldogs once again load up the bases with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Grant Fontenot now warming back up on the bullpen mound for the Tigers. Jay Johnson calling a timeout, jogging out to the mound, which usually indicates he's not going to make a change. He's hoping that Zach can record this final out. Zach recorded strikeouts of the first 2 Georgia batters, but we get back to the top of the order, things get a lot more difficult. Double and then consecutive walks, and the Bulldogs have the bases loaded once again.
Well, it goes to show you how powerful this Georgia offense is. Well, Jay Johnson was out there visiting with Zach Cowan. I took a look at the weekend stats. Georgia, again, on Friday night, Bill, 11 runs on 11 hits. Last night, I believe, 13 runs on 14 hits. They've left 23 men on base.
Yeah.
Just through the first 2 games, they've left 6 on base here today, and they have scored a boatload of runs and have a boatload of hits. Pressure never wanes with this Bulldog offense. 2 outs and the bases loaded. Lujo at the plate. Pitch is low, and Aaron Beatty sliding to his right to glove it. It's 1-0 to Lujo, who on the day is 2 for 3. A single in the second, ground out to Ruckert in the second, and he batted twice. And in the 4th inning, able to add to that run total with an RBI single. A 1-0 from Cowan. In the air, down the line, left field way, giving chase. It takes a bounce off the top of the fence, and out of here it goes. Second grand slam of the weekend by the Georgia Bulldogs, and they have opened this one up. Make it now 11-1.
When LSU played Texas A&M 3 weeks ago, I didn't think we'd see a more impressive offensive team than the Aggies. We have definitely seen the most impressive offensive team in the country here this weekend. Now, these guys are unreal.
And again, as I said last night, Bill, no disrespect to Texas A&M. This is a whole nother animal, especially here at home. But again, they belted out their share of home runs over the weekend, only 2 to the short porch. And that one taken over the fence, at least 375. There's a ground ball on the first pitch to Ishikawa, going to be handled by Dardar. He will flip to Cowan, covering at first for out number 3. But another big inning for the Dogs on the weekend. 4 runs, 2 hits, a grand slam, their second in the series. And it's now 11-1 Georgia through 5 complete. Top of the 6th coming up. Tigers to the plate when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Elevate your game day spirit with Sugarfield Spirits, the official vodka of LSU Athletics. When crafting the perfect mixed drink, our vodka is the winning choice that'll have your taste buds cheering for more. Sugarfield Spirits, where the spirit of the Tigers meets exceptional locally made vodka. See our winning lineup at sugarfieldspirits.com or visit us at our tasting room in Gonzales.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com. Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Last night, the Tigers able to avoid a run rule to Georgia in the bottom of the 7th inning. But here it's a 10-run lead, largest of the weekend by the Bulldogs, 11-1 as we start the top of the 6th. New pitcher on the mound. It will be Bryce Callaway, who it appears, Bill, is making just his first pitching appearance on the year.
He is indeed. Jeff Dantzler, the Georgia play-by-play broadcaster at the booth next door, handed us a note saying this is the first time that Callaway has pitched this season. He's actually a product of the University of New Orleans. He played at UNO before transferring here to Georgia for his grad senior season. He's 6'4", 265 pounds. He's listed as a first baseman and right-handed pitcher. When we first arrived here on Friday and I saw Callaway, I asked the Georgia SID if Georgia had a football player on the team. He looks like he could be playing tight end for the Georgia football team. He's an impressive looking guy on the mound, but this is his first appearance of the season as a pitcher.
6'4", 265-pound grad student Bryce Callaway. He'll face Stephen Milam, who leads it off for the Tigers here in the top of the 6th. Callaway's first pitch. Fastball in for a strike at the knees at 93 on the gun. You hear the Georgia fans cheering for Callaway's first outing of the year, and it's 0-1 to Stephen Milam. Milam today 0 for 2. Fly ball out and a ground out. Callaway's 0-1. Inside, got away from the catcher Hudson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Callaway started his career in 2022 at Louisiana Lafayette, then to Central Alabama Community College in 23 before landing in New Orleans with the Privateers during the 2024 and 25 seasons. Here's the 1-1 to Milam. This one roped to right center field, giving chase Oriach and Lujo. They'll have to chase it to the wall. Milam around first, and he'll have a leadoff stand-up double. Milam with his 14th double of the year. Good swing by the junior shortstop. 5th bingo pest product base hit of the day for the Tigers. And if you're going to try to climb back at this one, Bill, no time like the present. So Milam gets off to a good start.
And Braden Simpson now is going to hit. He's going to pinch hit for Seth Dardar.
So Simpson will bat for the first time this weekend. First delivery. Fastball for a strike from Callaway at 92, and it's 0-1. Simpson batting .250 on the season, his 37th plate appearance for the transfer. That one a called strike. That one with a breaking ball from Callaway, and it's 0-2. Callaway's 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Went right back to the breaking ball. Simpson didn't get the bat off the shoulder. 1 away. Callaway with his first strikeout of the day, first strikeout of the season. And the Tigers will go back to the bench. It'll be Zach York coming in to bat for John Pearson.
Callaway was a great two-way player at UNO last year. Batted .390 for the Privateers and also made 20 relief appearances, worked a total of 25 1/3 innings last year with 23 strikeouts at UNO.
With 1 out, Milam still down at second after that leadoff double. Is Callaway going to looking back to second, reset the pitch clock as Zach York pick up a bat for the first time this weekend. York batting for the 110th time. Transfer from Grand Canyon takes the first pitch outside off speed, 1-0. York was 6 home runs on the year, yet to get one against SEC competition. Again, the left-hander's got a short porch down the line and right. The 1-0 up and in for ball 2. Fastball missing by Callaway. York batting .229 on the season, against 6 home runs, 2 doubles. 2-0 delivery. Fastball low, 3-0.
Though he hasn't been playing on a regular basis, York's still among the LSU leaders in drawing walks. He's drawn 30 walks this season.
3-0 delivery. Inside, missing ball 4. So York gets aboard with a 1-out walk. We'll see Jack Ruckert. He'll bat for himself in the 8th spot.
It looks like Chris Stanfield has grabbed a bat. He's going to pinch hit for Reeves after Jack Ruckert's plate appearance.
Runners first and second, 1 out. Tigers down 11-1. Ruckert 1 for 1 today. Callaway's first delivery, fastball, but inside for ball 1. Ruckert been aboard twice, had a single in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Now Wes Johnson calling for time. He's going to skip his way out to the mound here. Check on his grad transfer, Bryce Callaway. Bill mentioned it. He was a two-way player. In fact, he had the team's triple crown last year. He led UNO in batting with a .390 average, had 18 home runs to lead the team, and 63 RBI.
Again, that just demonstrates.
2-2 with a 4.25 ERA.
Here's a guy hit .390, 18 home runs, 63 RBI last year at UNO. Granted, it's not the SEC, but still impressive numbers. And Callaway is a backup as far as the position players are concerned. But getting an opportunity here to pitch for the first time.
A couple of utility players. In fact, they've got several utility players who can play multiple positions and do on a regular basis in this Georgia lineup. 1 ball, no strikes to Ruckert. Callaway ready to get back to it. Fires a fastball off the plate outside, 2-0. Fans, find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. Milam led it off with a double. He's down at second. York aboard on a walk at first. The 2-0 to Ruckert. It's right down the middle. Fastball makes it 2-1. Callaway's 2-1 pitch. Ruckert swings a little ahead. Foul down the right field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ruckert, one of many freshmen called to action here on the back stretch of the season. Going to benefit that young man moving forward. Looking to help his team here in the 2-2. Ripped to right field, coming in, trying to dive, but he couldn't make the catch. It's short hop, but LSU doesn't realize it. Milam hasn't left second. Now the throw coming in from the second baseman, Black, will tag Milam out. Again, Milam got confused because Oriach, I should say, out in right field actually tried to fool everybody. Came up trying to show that he had the baseball, but he clearly took it on the short hop. But Milam, I think, either didn't see it initially or just felt that he had made the catch, and he was standing at second as Zach York was desperately trying to tell Steven to move ahead.
So it's actually just a force out.
Yep.
As there was the force is in effect at third base, so all Phelps had to do was catch the ball and stand on third base, and Milam was out. But gosh, what a tough break again for LSU.
Didn't think Oriach was going to be able to make the catch on the fly, but again, Milam with 1 out certainly wanted to wait and see, but maybe didn't have a good angle where he stood at second base. But nonetheless, 2 outs now, runners first and second. Ruckert aboard on a fielder's choice officially down at first base. First pitch to Stanfield, who indeed is coming to pinch hit for Reeves in the 9-hole, is a called strike. So.
Tough for Ruckert because the out was recorded. He can't be credited with a base hit.
0-1 to Stanny, missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Stanfield. Callaway fires. inside at the hands to make it 2-1. And the Tigers started the inning with a leadoff double. Mistake on the base paths, and Milam out at third base. 2-1. Fastball strike on the outer edge will even the count 2-2 to Stanfield. Stanfield coming in last night as a replacement in left for Reeves. He'll do it again today. 2 outs, runners first and second. Here's the 2-2 to Stanny, and he fouls it off to stay alive. Almost mistimed that one. He was out in front on a 79-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch from Callaway.
Chris, of course, battling back from that hamstring injury that's plagued him the last couple of weeks. He says he's still not at 100%, but he wants to do whatever he can to contribute to this ball club.
York at second, Ruckert at first. The 2-2 to Stanfield, elevating a fastball, swing and a miss. So actually off speed, but it was letter high, and Callaway gets the strikeout, gets a hand from the Georgia faithful. He comes away with 2 punch outs. No runs. Officially, I believe, 2 hits and 2 men left on for the Tigers. Still 11-1, Georgia leads. Bottom of the 6th coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
11-1, Georgia leading LSU in Game 3. Couple of big innings, in fact 3 big innings for the Bulldogs. 4 in the bottom of the 2nd. Tigers put a run up in the top of the 3rd. Georgia answers with 3 in the 4th, 4 more in the 5th. 11 runs, 12 hits to the Tigers, 1 run on just 5 knocks so far today. Jordy Oriach, the right fielder, will lead it off for the Dogs. Facing Grant Fontenot, enters the game for the Tigers on the bump. 3rd pitcher of the day. First pitch missing down low for ball 1. The 1-0. Just low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Defensive changes after a number of pinch hitters there in the top half of this frame. We'll get that to you after this 2-0 pitch from Fontenot. Across the plate for a strike to make it 2-1. As we mentioned, Mason Braun lifted an inning earlier. Daniel Harden coming into bat for him. He will once again remain in right field. Here's a swing and a miss by Oriach to even the count 2-2. Zach York came in to pinch hit. He takes over at first for Seth Dardar. Chris Stanfield coming in to pinch hit. Takes over for Tanner Reeves in left. 2-2 pitch and fouled back by Oriach to keep it 2-2. And as we mentioned, Braden Simpson batting for John Pearson also remains in the game, playing third base now defensively for the Tigers.
Grant Fontenot, senior right-hander out of Lafayette, Louisiana, on the mound.
Ground ball. Playing deep again was Ruckert in right field. He will field it. Throw to York in time to get Oriach for the first out of the inning. So Oriach retired for a third time today. And that will bring Brennan Hudson, starting catcher this afternoon for the Bulldogs, to the plate, where he is 0 for 2 aboard on a walk in the third inning.
Fontenot's making his 19th appearance this season. He's 0-1 with a 3.71 ERA. He's worked 26 and 2/3 innings coming into today's game with 38 strikeouts.
First pitch from Fontenot, missing low, 1-0.
Grant has allowed 27 hits and 11 earned runs, 14 walks, a .262 opponent batting average.
1-0 pitch in the air to center field. Playing deep was Curiel. This one into shallow center, and a 1-out single for a pinch hitter. Actually, for Hudson, they brought in Jack Arcamone.
Arcamone with his first plate appearance of the series, and he delivers a single for the Bulldogs. Now we'll see another pinch hitter. Ryan Wynn will bat for Colby Branch.
Ryan Wynn batting .366 on the season. Replacing Branch, who was batting .310 coming into this at bat. First pitch, ground ball to York. Fields it, throws to Milam, who had to run to get to second and gets the force play. We're looking to turn 2, but Milam playing a little farther away, couldn't get to the bag in time. He does get Arcamone, the lead runner, for the second out. York had the right idea. Made a good throw, actually led Milam to the bag, but a slight collision. Milam kind of hunched over now at second base, but appears to be all right. And now it looks like Georgia's saying, should the umpires discuss any type of interference at second, so we shall see. I think it's LSU actually going to argue that the runner interfered, which disrupted the double play. Again, we do not have access to the umpire mic. We try to listen in best we can, but Bill, I don't know if you made it out better than I did.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying, that LSU is challenging the call at second base, or the play at second base, saying that the slide from Arcamone was illegal, that he slid into Milam deliberately, attempting to break up a potential double play.
It was kind of a late slide. Again, we haven't had a chance to take a look at any replays as of yet, but when I looked up to see Milam trying to get to second and win that race, it was kind of an awkward slide by Arcamone, who I think, to his credit, Bill, actually thought he was going to get to second easily because he didn't see Milam at the bag.
Yeah, Milam was shaded over toward third base, and he had to run a long way to get to the second base bag to field the throw from Zach York. And by the time Arcamone and Milam both arrived, there was a collision.
Again, I don't know that it was in his mind to create an awkward slide or create that collision. It just appeared he was a little surprised that, oh, wait a minute, the baseball went to second and Milam's trying to beat me to the bag. So he kind of got hung up between sliding and thinking he might could get there standing up. Whether or not it rises to the level of runner interference, we'll find out right now. So the challenge goes unsuccessful. No runner interference. Runner Arcamone out at second for the second out of the inning, but remaining at first will be Wynn.
And we'll see another pinch hitter. Cole Johnson is going to bat for Ryan Black for the Bulldogs.
Johnson batting .297 on the year, his 65th plate appearance. 6 doubles on the year. Johnson, a left-hander, will stand in to face the right-hander Fontenot. 11-1, Georgia leads. They've got a runner at first, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Fontenot's first pitch, short of the plate. Aaron Beatty will snag it with a backhand pick, 1-0. This one swung on in the air, right center field, coming down quickly, and it will take a bounce high off the wall. Win around third will come in to score. RBI double off the bat of Johnson, the pinch hitter. Will now make it 12-1 Georgia.
Georgia productive even with its reserve players. In fact, Cole Johnson is a true freshman, but he delivers the RBI double there.
So now a little bit of time taken for Trey Phelps, who will bat for himself atop the order. Started the series at second base, game 1 and game 2, starting today at third base. Again, this Georgia team, uber talented. Number of guys can play different positions and do. Fontenot going to step off the bump, ask for time, and reset the pitch clock. 2 outs, runner at second base. Georgia today, a couple of home runs, 4 doubles. First delivery to Phelps from Fontenot, missing upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, you ask yourself, here at home, short porch to the right side, homer-friendly ballpark, no doubt about that. How does that translate in other stadiums? As that pitch just missed outside, now 2-0 to Phelps. Well, my answer would be they got plenty of power. We've seen, again, all but 2 home runs by the Dogs go left center field way. They've only sent 2 over the fence and right. Here's the 2-0, which is the short porch. That one missing low and inside, now 3-0. But it's the extra base hits and the singles that I think also will translate well, not only at the Hoover Met, but anywhere else they play, including Charles Schwab in Omaha. That's how I leave this weekend thinking a little different about Georgia, just simply because of their extra base hits. As I mentioned, they got 4 doubles today, make that 9 on the weekend to go along with 9 home runs, as Phelps head on down to first base with 2 outs, and now they'll face Daniel Jackson again.
They've had some impressive road SEC series. They swept the series at Texas A&M. They swept the series at Mississippi State. They won 2 of 3 at Arkansas, won 2 of 3 at Ole Miss. So yeah, I think you're right. It does translate pretty well.
First pitch to Jackson, missing low, 1-0. Jackson intentionally walked back in the 5th inning. Had a 2-run homer in the 4th and a 2-run single in the 2nd. Was a strikeout victim to Evans back in that 1st inning when the Dogs went quietly. Here's a ground ball. York going to field it between 1st and 2nd. Toss over to Fontenot, covering at 1st for out number 3. Georgia adds another run. They do it on 2 hits. They now lead 12-1. We have played 6 complete in Athens. Top of the 7th coming up. LSU to the plate. Top of the order, Harden, Cerna, and Curiel when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Ew, it's a roach.
Fear not. Champ is here. Your weapon is Bengal.
Hey, Chris.
Designed to flush out the entire colony, targeting the source of the problem, making sure these pests don't die unseen in your walls, ensuring far-reaching results that prevent infestations from returning. Now that you're all protected, my job here is done.
Bengal, the official pest control of LSU Athletics.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to make something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU Athletics. That's the good stuff.
Ew, it's a roach.
Fear not. Champ is here. Your weapon is Bengal Roach Spray. Bengal Spray technology is designed to flush out the entire colony, targeting the source of the problem, making sure these pests don't die unseen in your walls, ensuring far-reaching results that prevent infestations from returning. Now that you're all protected, my job here is done.
Bengal, the official pest control of LSU Athletics.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
12-1. Georgia leading over the Tigers last night. LSU had to fight to keep the game from ending early in the bottom of the 7th. And the Dogs led by 9, had the bases loaded. Maverick Rizzi came in and kept the game going. Today, here in game 3, Tigers come into the top of the 7th, trying to keep the game going. And to do so, they've got to find 2 runs. Daniel Harden, who entered the game, batting for the 2nd time atop the order, entered the game back in the 5th inning for Mason Braun, who started out in right field. Harden 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in his previous at bat. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch from Joe Nottingham, a new right-hander on the mound for Georgia. Making one of his rare appearances on the mound, certainly in SEC play. Harden will swing and foul this one up above our heads. Catches the overhang above us, and it's 0-2. Nottingham, a 5.25 ERA. This is his 12th appearance of the year. The 0-2 pitch. Foul by Harden to stay alive. Still 0-2 the count. Twelve innings of work for Nottingham coming into today's game. Giving up 10 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 7 walks, 17 strikeouts. The 0-2 to Harden. Missing low and away. Daniel stays away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Things certainly going to heat up as we head towards the summer months, but whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice. Check them out online at slowmeltice.com, SLOMELTICE.com. Nottingham ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harden, leading it off in the 7th. And Daniel fouls this one back to stay alive. Keeps the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nottingham, a true freshman out of Windsor Mill, Maryland. A 1-2 pitch. Fastball at 97 that Harden just got a piece of the bat on. Keeps it 1-2. So Nottingham, a lively fastball. 6'5", 197-pound freshman was a 3-sport standout: baseball, football, and basketball for the Loyola Blackfield Dons, where he prepped in Maryland. Foul ball by Harden again. Hanging tough behind in the count 1-2. Fouls this one down the first base line. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nottingham fires, and it misses low to even it up to Harden. 2-2. To avoid getting run ruled for the first time this weekend, LSU's got to get some runners aboard. Harden trying to do his best. 2-2 the count. Nottingham's pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss at 98. That one down around the knees, and Harden late coming around. True freshman showing the explosive right-hand fastball. 1 away. Omar Cerna will bat in the 2-hole. He's 1 for 3 today. His single with an RBI came in the 3rd inning. And the Tigers on the board. His job here is just to find a way to get aboard. Nottingham's first pitch to the right-hander. 97 mile an hour, but missing low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Tigers will return home later this evening. No midweek. Get ready for the Florida Gators, ending up the regular season Thursday, Friday, and Saturday back at the box. The 1-0. Cerna sends one high towards the lighting rig. Way out of play. Actually comes off the light pole in foul territory beside the LSU bullpen in right. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cerna. Got to get some points for hitting the light pole. The 1-1. Down in the turf, blocked up by Archimone. 2-1 the count. Nottingham looks and starts the wind. The 2-1 pitch. Cerna launches to right field. On the run out in right is Johnson. And running shy of the track, reaches up. He makes the play. The second out of the inning. So 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Tigers down to their final out, down by 11 runs, 12-1. With Derek Curiel coming to the plate. Peoples in left for the Dogs. Newman checking in. And center field, Cole Johnson, who just made the play, a freshman in right. Move Lujo from center to second base here for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Curiel, called strike, and it's 0-1. Wynn, who came in to pinch hit, took over at shortstop. Phelps now handling third base. O'Shaughnessy and Lujo, the only 2 remaining starters in the game. O'Shaughnessy still at first. The 0-1 pitch, missing low to Derek. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't let AC outages keep you on the bench this summer. Text the words home run to 31996. Get a $59 AC system check from AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. 1 ball, 1 strike to Curiel with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, a 12-1 dog lead. Swing and a miss. The breaking ball was filthy. Just had an elevator drop. Curiel swings over the top. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Georgia fans on their feet here at Foley Field. Nottingham looks in, starts the wind. The 1-2. Called strike 3, and the Dogs get a clean sweep of LSU. Run ruled the Tigers here on Sunday by a final of 12-1. 41st win of the year for Georgia. They moved to 21-8 in SEC play, already capturing the SEC regular season championship last night. Dogs now 41-11 overall. Your Tigers fall to 29-24, 9-18 in SEC play. Run rule victory today for the Dogs. Final score, Georgia 12, LSU 1 after 7 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger.
Hey, Chris.